So Kitty, how Jinxie? Oh, Hot Rod. Not quite first, but everybody's first in my book. I have a book. Hello, Blair. How's everybody? Hope that you guys are doing well. I am doing well. It is middle of the week, but it's been okay week. A short week at work. Fidget. Pastel horse fans. There's none of those here. Lies. Michael just got home, so he'll be an extra minute. He's got to go eat dinner. What you guys drinking tonight? I have what do you call it? The Indeed Brewing Mixed Nut Cream Ale. It's kind of my favorite right now, so I've been drinking it quite often. Oh, wow, I can take care of that. Cheers, so Kitty. This mixed nut one is just like, there's something about the back end of it that just lingers and tastes so good. Or what you drink? A nut. I get it. Oh, comedian over here. No, it's... Oh, I love... All of Indeed's cream ales are good, and I've had 4, 5, 6 of them. I actually learned today they have a pumpkin spice cream ale. A pumpkin spice pistachio. I don't like pumpkin spice, so I don't care about that one, but it's out there, I guess. They have the Italian ice, snow cone, dreamsicle, pistachio, mixed nut, and tangerine. Well, Howard, we're actually planning to go to Sociables this weekend, Sunday, if you want. We haven't been to Sociables in, like 3 months. It's actually been quite a while. I don't know if we'd locked down a time yet, but I can, if you message me if you're available. I know it's going to be the afternoon. Anyway. Hello, I just realized I haven't prepped music, so I'm gonna do that quick. Because otherwise silence is weird. It's actually because of streaming, I've gotten to the point where I can't work on stuff without music playing or something, because it's just my brain has been programmed. We'll start with that one. It's a good one. It's a banger. Okay. Wouldn't be able to stay up late. Oh no, but like when we go, it's usually around noon. We usually, because we stream at 6, so we usually pop up. We go there from like noon to 2 or something. Though I kind of like going to Indeed. Indeed is the place that makes this beer. It has got the mixed nut is actually just a couple blocks away, and we went there once right afterwards. Then it rained, which was kind of bad timing, but. Anyway, we're still working on the Twilight video, Twilight and Pinky video. I'm gonna probably get rid of that. That was funny. But I haven't actually touched this since Friday, and Friday it was a long weekend. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, but we did a lot of stuff. Had a board game meet, had the patron hangout, had Sunday I had to do some we're trying to figure out some stuff with this. We have an issue with our cloud storage for the ArgoZone stuff. For me and Nightly to work together on stuff, and we're having some difficulties, so I had to do some testing and stuff for another thing for cloud storage that costs twice as much. Wonderful, but it looks like it's more reliable, so no problem if it works better. I think we started kind of putzing around with this shot. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to be doing here. They might be able to go. I just can't spend too much cars going in the shop. We normally, like, because we eat beforehand, sociables drinks are, I think, like 6 or 7 a glass, and we normally never have more than 2 because we had to drive home. So it's usually we'll sometimes get food when we're there. Otherwise, we walk out with like $15-20 spent. But we'll sometimes fill up our growlers too. It depends on what's available. I'm seeing a big difference in the lighting between these two. I'm not liking how her eyes are lit. Do I have a eye light? Nope. I know I got one somewhere. There's an eye light. Oh, where are they? There they are. Oh, whoa. There we go. Oh, I did do some cleanup. I think we might have done it on stream, and it's just so much smoother now. Okay, that sounds good, actually. Yeah, should be able to. I'd have to confirm what time we're going to be on. But I think it's noon. Usually we do noon. Sometimes 1, but since it's Sunday, probably noon. We have stream later, so it wouldn't work out otherwise. Okay, so I just want a little bit, because this ice just seems dark, and eyes technically should be a little bit brighter than that. Oh, very low. Let's see if I can just... Yeah, I think that's all it really need to do. Just that teeny bit. That looks much better. I might add some of the like iris specific lights, but those are super annoying to animate. I'll figure that out later. Because like even here, just with normal lighting, it feels the same between those two. So I think we're good. I'm going to play with the lighting a little bit. I feel like the lighting here has a little bit more coming around the side of her face. You can see the lighting hitting her nose here, and I'm not seeing that here. Usually you can get away with that. It's not a problem. But what is this light doing? Okay, so that's just the general light. I'm guessing it's this one. I don't even know if that's really doing much. It's like a little bit more yellow in one of the lights. Which is the one? Oh, that's the one I'm looking for. Okay. So let's just move this a little bit more. It's like here. No, that's starting to look more like direct. This feels like a side glow, while the other one doesn't. Maybe need something else here. So how's everybody's Tuesday going? I hope everybody is doing wonderful. Oh, see that's working a little better. Actually, I had to go in the office today. Just always rough, but there's other people there, so it's nice. I had to go into our office Monday, and I was the only one that was there, and it's like, why am I going in? Well, my boss was there, but he's on a different floor from me, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, that feels a little bit better. But maybe try balancing this out a little. I'm gonna put it like here. No, then is that close to what this one has? I actually feel that that's more accurate to the lighting. I feel like it's almost too symmetrical then. I'm thinking this actually does work better. Maybe just brighten it up a little bit. Maybe not that much, but can you do your job from home? Yeah, I just do office. I'm a quality analyst, so almost everything I do is able to be done at home. Actually, there's really nothing other than certain collaborative things being more difficult. I could do my job 100% from home. It's just every now and then it's convenient to be able to go in to do certain things. But all I really do is, I think the one way to, I run two different systems, but the easy way to say it is I do the conversion from data into information, where data is just numbers on a page and information is where you take those numbers and you turn it into something that they can actually take action on. So that's kind of my job in a nutshell. I also build some virtual basic scripts and stuff in Excel for people. I just made one for my boss that automated conversion between two different spreadsheets that was very time intensive the way he was doing it, and there was really no better way to do it, so I had it automated, and so now it takes him like 5 seconds instead of half an hour once a week. So he was very happy about that, and I enjoy that kind of stuff. I really enjoy building little scripts like that. I think these two are going to be okay following up on each other. That's one nice thing with my job being able to work from home is I was not affected by the pandemic really at all. I could work just as equally. I had a little bit of difficulty at the beginning because some of the collaboration stuff wasn't there. The company was adjusting and learning how to do that. And now if I ever have an in-person meeting scheduled, I'm the only one that shows up. Like nobody still goes to physical meetings. Okay, so she needs to just be reading the book and then churn. But right now, I'm going to focus on the churn. It's just her head. We need more than just a head churn. It needs to have a little bit of a body shift. Okay, so actually, I think we might have started that because it's locked like I would have. Sounds boring to be the only one showing up at a meeting. It would also be uncomfortable. Well, it just means everybody else is online. So I have had meetings that I've scheduled that I'm the only one. One of the systems I run a monthly training, and it's just a recurring thing that people can pop in if they want, or if there's new employees. But if there's nobody new that needs a training that month, and if nobody wanted more information, I'll send them to sit there for like 15 minutes by myself in a meeting. So usually just online, but I'll just sit there and wait just in case somebody pops up, and then be like, okay, I guess nobody's wanting the training today. So, and that's fine. That's kind of the purpose of having it recurring. But I've had a couple where my boss is like, oh, we're gonna start doing these meetings in person again. I'm like, neat. And then like I was the only one showing up. I'm like, well, why did you change this if you're not even showing up for them? So then even though they're scheduled in person, I stopped going to them until somebody else started showing up. And then I was like, okay, I guess. I'm gonna adjust the legs for what I need right now, but I'm gonna adjust the butt a little bit too. I think just there's that that meme that is or that joke in office work of this meeting could have been an email. That happens quite often. Every now and then I have one of those meetings where somebody was like well prepared and had a lot of good information. It was a great quality meeting, but that's so rare. When you have people that aren't popping into the office that much, most meetings are spent the first third of it just people getting updates on each other's lives. Okay. So she's got a little bit of a turn now, but her butt is just completely stationary, and that's obvious. So I want to just create a little bit of motion there. If she was churning, let's unlock her butt. Okay, so I want global, so it's flat. We're just going to churn a little bit and maybe stretch a little bit this way. Does that make sense? Maybe just a little bit forward. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll go with that. Unlock her butt. Hey, her butt was locked. I locked the butt because if I'm doing front motion, I want to do all that first, and then because if I start moving just the pelvis, there's so many moving parts to try to lock down. So I lock the butt, and then now I unlock the butt. I keep the feet locked. I don't know if that is any less incriminating, but okay. So when she turns like this, she's moving a little bit to this side. Technically, it might be like a tiny bit of this leg bent, but it's going to be so minor. We'll do it, but it really feels like it might be just too much. I'll have a little bit of a bounce in the motion that will help the transition, but okay, good. It's not really noticeable. Actually, wait, would she stretch? Oh no, she'll do it. She's fine. This one just stretch a little bit. I wish we had good rigs. Is your favorite Prince Whatever song? It is really good. I have some very high or very biased opinions on what his best songs are. Like this one. Well, this one, okay, I'm not biased in this one, but this one, Solidarity, is really good. But the Remembrance one I love because it was, it's obvious reason. And then the one I made the animation for, I really like that one too. So, but Lost in Data and the old Fluttershy one, I can't even remember the name of it. That and I think Frailty. But I like the Fluttershy one because it was probably one of the first Pony songs I listened to that really got me into the music of the Phantom. I'm teasing, just wrong. Songs wrong on a contest. That's what I said it that way on purpose. Okay. Forgot you did Remembrance. Yeah, that's why I have a bit of thing with that one. Though for a while, I had people saying that Ashley H started it, and my animation was a fan animation from it, which I thought was hilarious. I didn't correct people. I thought that was fun. She did an amazing job on that stuff. So she put probably more effort into the radio drama than I put into the actual animation. So kudos to her for doing that. How hard did I hear it turn the head? Oh, okay. There we go. That feels pretty good. Let me pull that back a little bit more. Sorry, my eyes are really dry. It's like we're in the middle of winter now here, and the air gets super dry. And the last place we were in had a humidifier built into the place. This one has one, but I don't think it works, and I haven't really poked at it, so I have to figure that out. But it's just really makes my eyes dry. Hello.
Hello.
It's Michael.
It's me.
Oh my god, more for you. Oh, no, it did not too much.
Yeah.
You're good. Hello. You have nuts too.
I do, because that's mostly what's left at this point.
No, I picked up more.
Yeah, I saw.
There's a place just south of us called Liquor Barrel. Mm-hmm. They had like 10 4-packs.
That's good.
And the same price. So yeah, I picked up a couple.
Hello. Hello, Gray. Hey, Tiger.
So the thing. Welcome home, Michael, because this is home.
Yes,
Stream.
just this
After
box we live in. It's very small.
Once I shut it off, we all go into suspended animation until next stream.
People on the internet don't exist outside the internet. It's a fact.
That means that they're the same.
Also, people from the internet are made of latex rubber.
As soon as they stop streaming, the world collapses.
It does. It's like your cartoon. It's like their entire world vanishes. The horses, they're all dead now. Because you turn them off. They're only alive as long as you keep
Off and on again.
Never stop watching the horses. That's the lesson to take away from this.
Oh, so I don't know if you saw that, but Nolan had an AI story written about you.
No, that's
And I want to read it. It's a story. He gave it a prompt, apparently, of one sentence, and this is the story I came up with.
What was the sentence?
I don't know, but he's using ChatGPT. Write a powerful script that worked, and a short story about Michael and Derpy. All was just a single sentence prompts, all from just a single sentence prompts. And so the story goes: Derpy Hooves was a happy-go-lucky Pegasus who lived in the land of Equestria. She loved to bake muffins and make others happy with her delicious treats.
Wonderful. Perfect.
One day, she decided to visit a human named Michael and surprise him with some muffins. She used her magical powers to transport herself to Michael's world and appeared in his living room.
Very talented.
Michael was surprised to see Derpy, but he was delighted by her presence.
Yes.
She quickly set about making him muffins, using her hooves to measure out the ingredients and mix them together.
As a pony would.
The muffins turned out perfectly, and Michael devoured them with great pleasure. He was so grateful to Derpy for making them for him.
Yes, I would be.
After the muffins were gone, Derpy snuggled up next to Michael on the couch, and the two of them cuddled together.
Oh.
Michael couldn't believe how soft and cuddly Derpy was, and he gave her a little gentle boop on the snoot.
Wait. An AI program wrote this. Why does this AI program know me so well?
Derpy giggled and nuzzled against Michael, happy to be spending time with him. It was a wonderful visit, and both of them were sad, but it was time for Derpy to return to Equestria, but they promised to see each other again.
Okay. Why is that hurts my soul?
It's exactly
everything I ever wanted.
That is exactly a Michael story.
It's everything I ever wanted. Look at no one.
See, they got the muffins.
We're hanging out together.
They're hanging out. No.
Yeah.
Oh, is that cuddling?
That was what we did after the cuddles.
Well, thank you very much, Nolan. Yeah, that was a wonderful story. Very beautiful.
Yes. Hey, Derpy.
I literally only
gonna animate that story,
Derpy,
right?
who's from Equestria, comes and visits Michael and makes him muffins. The boop on his snoot was like, is that the first
boop.
pull out of it? Because that's pretty hilarious.
It's perfect.
It was pretty sweet.
You're gonna animate it now.
No, and you know what we need you to do? We need you to make really, really short, stupid stories with really stupid prompts for Bad Fanfic next year at Ciderfest.
Mm-hmm.
Like stories that can be read in like a couple minutes.
Like that one?
Like that one, but like where it gets really stupid crossovers. Well, Soul Katie's looking for today's ghost fact.
Today's ghost fact is ghosts are excellent flute players. All of them.
How do they?
The moment you die, you become you're really good at playing the flute.
How do you play the flute when you have no air?
Well, you pass through it. Yeah, because you're a ghost. You
just jump into it.
Yeah, and then you just kind of like move around inside of it with your ghost powers and
Seriously?
just make the flute play. And everybody can play the flute, but only like 3 songs: Three Blind Mice,
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Mary Had a Little Lamb, and Van Halen. All of Van Halen
And Dragon
as
Force.
one song. Yes. Dragon Force.
What was I doing just recently where I was hearing Dragon Force? I can't remember. Something I remember hearing Dragon Force on. Oh, I was going on to different Darktide streams just to get the drops from the last weekend, and one of them had just Dragon Force playing with it, which is good music for Darktide, I think.
Ghosts cannot play the sax. It is too heavy, and ghosts are not that strong.
But they go into it.
So yeah, but it's very heavy. They have to lift it. Their ghost powers. I mean, maybe if the sax was laying on its side, it's not gonna sound very
with their ghost powers.
Yes.
But cheers, Blair, in a second. So good. I love this beer so much.
It's good. There's like no hoppiness to it.
No, this is nuts.
Yeah, just not.
It's just nuts. That back end is just such a good roasted nut taste. Actually, and I can't find the information on it other than a couple of things, which means I'm pretty sure it's seasonal, which means as soon as the mini fridge comes down here,
you're just gonna fill it up.
I'm just gonna be filling it with mixed nut.
Let's see.
I'll go through it eventually, but I'm gonna buy out every store that has it because this is exactly my drink, 100%. I'm not too happy with how her head still looks. Because I don't want to, like, this makes it look like she's hesitant. And so I want to have her do a pretty good look, but, like, this seems too much. I'm trying to find the good middle ground. I think that's a pretty good middle ground. Also, with how it's framed, because I'm trying to go with semi-rule of thirds, it's really hard with how things are shaped here, so she's kind of towards the middle. But if I put her more towards the edge, then it would be this, which is weird. If I put her more towards the middle, it would be this, so... I'm not sure you're going to play Eruption on a flute. You get 2 flutes, and you get... Each person does every other note.
You get you get like 2 ghosts, and they can just work in unison. Ghosts are naturally very they carry a good harmony. They're very harmonic.
Ghosts carry a good tune.
Yeah. Oh, you have to be up at 3 a.m. Well, have a good sleep.
Yes. Have a good night. Sleep well.
Don't envy those hours.
You know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get up at... I don't like getting up any time before 7. I want to get up between 7 and 8. It just doesn't work out well.
I find when it's a work day, I don't want to get out of bed at all. But then when I'm off, I'm like, I could be doing stuff right now. So I get out of bed.
I want to, but then it feels like the weekend's the time I can actually get some decent sleep.
I mean, if I can stay asleep, I'll stay asleep. But then I wake up at like my normal time because my brain's set to wake up then. And then I think, no, I could be playing this game or cooking waffles or getting some laundry done earlier or something.
Get some laundry done. Mm-hmm. That takes like minutes.
Yeah, but I need to get out of bed to do it.
You just do it overnight. So you always do your laundry.
Yeah, more often than not, that's when I do it. Hi, Kite. I feel a disturbance coming.
And you know you want to become a new guy. Oh, there. Okay. Well,
I felt a disturbance in the force.
Oh, mark that. It's fine because I needed to go grab another beer. I wake up at 7:30 for work, but without an alarm, I usually wake up around 11 to 12. Oh no, I couldn't do that. I hate sleeping past 9. Anyways, okay. Well, there you go, Michael. You got to do the Michael things.
I have to do things. So this is the second Michael takeover.
People got to burn through the points because they have enough to probably do it for the next year.
They do.
I'm gonna go grab another beer.
All right.
So don't touch the mouse. No, okay. You're like, I don't care. I'm sorry.
Look, I'm touching the mouse, so I can make things happen. This. Oh, that's not the thing. What's this button do? That's the capture. There's so many buttons. So many buttons. All right. So let's Mike drink. I will drink. This is drink. Okay. Here we go. All right. I need a word. I need a word, chat. We're doing this fun. Any words? Give me words. Word. Hold on. Any words? Bottlenose? Oh, let's try bottlenose. There's nothing bottlenose. Orange? Okay, we got stuff for orange. What we got?
Wait, what are you
oranges. Doing? Well, we can take her. That's Applejack's aunt.
Orange? What is orange?
It's Applejack's aunt. But oranges.
Oh, but they just said orange. You asked for a fruit or a food?
I asked for a word.
You didn't. You got to select all. You don't have all selected right now. No, you did the wrong thing. I love your solution for everything is you just literally keeps bashing every button.
Yes, that's how you learn. That's how learning works.
You are a machine. What did they call that? Machine learning. That is what you are.
Don't give up that I'm a robot. No. Pineapple. Let's see pineapple. Yes. Okay, there's no pineapples. He doesn't. Wait. Oh, yeah, we've got there's no pineapples.
Like, how did Michael learn chess? Well, I sat down and played 100,000 games a day.
Well, pizza. We gotta do.
There's some pizza in there.
Yeah, well, I did pizza last time. We need something else. Empty pizza box. Here we go. She's sad.
She could sit in the pizza box like a cat.
She could. Right.
You can load in a sit pose if you want. But before you do that, go to the model and expand it, open it, like hit the plus sign, and open up body. Hold control and right click transform. Now right click's part of the highlighted portion, so like head or something. No, let go of control. Okay, now go do all those things I told you to do again. Okay, now right click there. Okay, now import animation. If you didn't, she would go flying off somewhere.
Ah.
And you're looking for one called sitting _ stationary.
It's definitely what I'm looking for.
Oh.
What?
That means you're not looking for it.
No, Mike. Which one? What'd you call again?
Sitting _ stationary.
This one? Mm-hmm. What's this one?
I think it's a much cheaper version.
Okay, so Lotus super farts.
No, we've done this one before, Michael.
I don't remember. Here. Okay.
She ate the pizza.
She's gonna be in the pizza box.
And she's
She ate all the
lactose intolerant.
pizza. She shouldn't be eating all that cheese. So let's see. Oh no, she moved. Oh, she's back. I think I have to play ahead.
No, I think it was done because we didn't select the. No, it's probably her pelvis, but you probably can't do anything about that.
No, she's fine now. She's farting.
I can't remember why we saved this.
She's having farts. Okay,
She's having farts.
She's having farts. Okay, tank. I'm seeing the word tank. We're gonna type in tank. See what comes up. Got some TF2 tanks. We got some pink stuff.
Purple stuff.
Oh, well, the turtle would be the obvious one, right? But hold on. There we go. Perfect.
Dun, dun,
Okay,
dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we got Thomas the Tank Engine. He's like over here. We'll bring him over here.
Oh, that's no.
What?
This is horrific.
No, see, we're gonna do.
He's phasing through the floor.
It's
He's
fine.
coming into this reality.
So we turn off root and we right click something and we.
There's nothing to import for him.
Yeah, I know. So let's see what happens.
No, none of the bones match up. Nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen.
All the names of the bones are like rig_buggy. There's not a single thing I know that uses those names.
Why does he? Okay, so we'll just animate him ourselves then.
Yeah.
And
You can shrink them down if you want.
no.
Do you want a smaller Thomas or
No,
a big Thomas?
I like him just like this. Perfect.
If you hit the vision on the bookshelves, you can see him better.
No, he's coming out of the bookshelf.
This is why you don't read, kids.
This is like what happens when you read. There's like the characters come to life.
Your imagination comes to life, but better be careful because they might kill you.
Okay. Oh, she teleported.
Oh no, he's eating her.
Because
He loves oranges.
he does. Actually, I'm gonna. He's got a problem, so we gotta fix him. New model. Okay.
Is that a minivan? Why is it a 1996 Plymouth Grand Voyager? That seems oddly specific.
Just a little bit. Where is this model at? That just loaded in. It's probably all the way at the bottom.
No. Click in the viewport somewhere. Just left click. Now hit V. That's where it is.
Oh, that's big. Okay, we can shrink that down.
No, select a single bone, or you're gonna add one for every bone. Yeah. Add scale. Third option.
Thank you.
Did you eat the whole thing? The ghost train made me do it. How? Well, if she's lactose intolerant, if the train is also lactose intolerant, then she's just like it's become a epidemic of lactose intolerance. I know this
Those are
model.
big.
I used this somewhere. I can't remember what I used it for. Oh, I think I used it for a bad fanfic picture.
Yeah, I think so. The Apple one.
Maybe. I used it for something else. It was some Halloween thing we did. It was years ago.
All right, this mouth is like by default absolutely humongous.
I just love how you move things around. It's like actually painful. Do you need to scale it different?
I think so. Yeah.
So right click the slider, like within the text on the right there, remap slider range, and then just change 10 to 1. Okay, now you should have a little bit more playroom. Are you gonna put that on Thomas?
Hey, he needs a mouth.
Okay, you're probably gonna have to right click and scale it. Change the
It
scale
kind of
again.
does have a mouth, but you know.
Change it to like you have to change the min and or the max and the min or the default. So just change to 0.1. You have to change the default to be within the range between the two. So you can change the bottom one to 0, and then the...
Figured it should have some value.
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. It's just about what right-clicking default and where the highlighter is.
There we go.
About a year ago, I think, it's Stupid Face. Ah, yeah, maybe that was it. I remember loading it for something, and the Stupid Face makes sense. It's the Dune train.
Let's be rotated.
You can grab in the middle. You don't have to actually grab the lines. Oh, actually hit escape. Go back to it. Right click within the rotation thingy. You right click there. Go to rotation mode and change to global or world. Yeah, now it'll rotate correctly.
Yeah, I thought it was looking a little weird. There we go. Here we go. Put them together now. It's all.
You just make his whole face just.
You
His nose is gonna pop out.
It's fine.
He's already 8.
We don't judge.
You don't judge.
We don't judge. We don't judge here. Here we go. And then to Thomas, your new mouth.
It's as if like it's a train version of Kirby in Hell.
It lines up. We gotta be professional about this. Okay.
Got your nose.
His nose is the center. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
I don't think that word. It doesn't mean what you think it means.
Perfect. Okay, now I just need to
right click the mouth and go to import sequence. I want to see something.
It didn't work.
Because you're not locking it to the model. It will only try to lock to bones that match.
Ah.
And so open up Thomas. What bone is actually has the animation to it? Like open up body. Is it his root?
I don't know.
Is it his root?
There you go.
No, like click it. You're not clicking it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think this one has the animation. Oh, any of that rotation animation you have, what is it attributed to? Yes, the frame. So you have to lock the mouth to the frame. No, to the root transform. Yeah, now click that root transform on the mouth and playhead it. Now it'll work.
There we go.
But right click the mouth, the big top mouth in the animations editor, and select import sequence. Let's see if we can make it move.
I'll make the mouth move.
It might have some pre-made stuff. Go import. Oh, it's locked. Unlock it for 1 sec. Yeah, just click that. Now right click it and import sequence. If not, just go undo until. Oh, good. No, yeah. Oh, it doesn't have open and shut. It's just no. You go to idle. That's the only thing that's going to be animated in any way.
Ooh, that's creepy.
You want that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now make sure you lock it again.
The frame.
But don't playhead it this time. It's already been playheaded. So you're good.
Okay, we need to back up. She's like.
Did I come back to you, Michael? That's what you came back to.
Yeah. I lost everything. It's gone. Twilight, what'd you do with it?
You're in a different shot.
How'd that happen?
You hit play and it went past the visual range. You can see it's down the bottom. Now you're there. You must look through the hallways. Where is the monstrosity?
Here's the thing I made.
There it is.
Twilight, you're keeping an eye on this. Okay, I need another word. I haven't asked for another word in a while.
Another word.
Yeah, I need another word, chat. First new word I see, I'm gonna start typing in. See, she jumps over there. What if I hear
Arson. Sir Edward put arson.
arson? Okay. There's nothing for arson, Sir Edward. No.
There's nothing for
fire.
arson.
There's nothing for arson. Should be a show. I'm gonna watch it on the Netflix.
I wonder if I bet any like TV show with a single word, I have a feeling is already taken. I'm curious if like
how do I-
arson is a TV show already.
Flamethrower. Okay.
No, there is not. It's free, Michael.
What is?
You could make a TV show called Arson.
Okay. This one has a reindeer on it, and it's very Christmassy.
When I search TV show Arson, the first thing that comes up is an article called "Children's TV Show Advertises RFID Chip."
That is. Okay.
It's a news article on a website called Arson Sculptures. So apparently that's why it tied together, but still. Flamethrower. Oh, now you're just like giving context.
Sequence.
You must make the arson yourself with the power of the flame.
It needs.
Everything was okay until Michael.
So, what do I do with this?
Wait, is she riding this like a broom?
Maybe, I don't know.
This is like Hocus Pocus.
Oh, I don't want ugly ponies.
Ugly ponies?
Oh, I don't want to make her.
Bette
ugly.
Midler wasn't ugly.
No, Bette Midler.
You saying she's ugly?
No, not Bette Midler. Here, no. Thomas gonna have this.
Or the one that ride the vacuum. Is that?
This can just be.
I think that face on Thomas reminds me of what was that one Rage comic face with the mouth that just went always like ooh.
He's like the alien.
It was the equivalent of like Pog face in Rage comic days. What was the name of that face?
Okay.
I miss Rage comics. Oh, there it is. Oh no, that's not that's a mixture of two faces. I don't count that.
So just put them up to
Rage comics were the best. Yeah. You have to play like a.
Wait, it's moving, but Thomas isn't now. I see it stole Thomas's animation.
You'd probably play headed Thomas instead of.
That makes sense. Thomas.
Oh, it was the. Oh, that's a transparent version. It was the. Is it the Fire into My Laser face? Yeah, it's this one. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I remember it's the. I'm trying to make it bigger. Yeah, what was that face? It was like.
There you go.
It was probably not everybody.
Okay, Thomas has a
Troll
no,
face. Was that the troll face?
Yeah. No, that wasn't troll face. Scooter. I'm see Scooter. She needs a scooter. Hold on.
Oh.
It's perfect.
No, that was the troll face.
Yes, that's troll face.
That was troll face. Yes.
No, we got a scooter. Okay, I'm gonna get the scooter. And we're gonna give this to the pizza pone. I'm gonna just lock her to the pizza box.
The carolers are outside are frightful. The songs are so delightful. My napalm tank is topped full. Let 'em burn, let 'em burn, let 'em burn.
So she's like,
It's like a good Christmas. Day one.
She's got the poots.
The poots?
She's got the poots. That's why she does the foot thing. Okay, I got this.
It's so painful watching you do this.
I got
Like
this.
so much.
I got this. There you go.
You're using like
This way. No, this
most-
way. Oh,
like
good.
painful method possible.
Okay, she's on there on her pizza box. I'm gonna just lock the scooter to her, and then see. Okay, we need some visuals.
No.
New model of fire. Oh no. Oh no, that's not. Oh no! Lost everything. My masterpiece.
No, the autosave will save you like at least maybe half, anywhere from half of it to like all of it.
Yay! Yes. Cancel.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're gonna hit the other button,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be sad.
Promptly murder me.
Well, those are the two models that I actually kind of need. Or there's one's a map, one's a model. Wrong shot. Should be shot number 2, if I remember right.
Okay. Where is? Oh, go this way. Where are you, horsies? Horsies? There you are. Yes, Thomas. There you are.
Some of it's probably lost.
She lost her scooter. I can get her scooter back.
You got like 5 minutes, Michael.
No,
No.
no, that's my scooter now.
No, you said before you're like, I don't know what to make, and now you're like, fuck you, give him a chair. My chair.
This is old scooter. She's cute.
Oh, Niski. Alfredo. Alfredo is, oh yeah, right there.
What did I put on my?
I keep him in the corner, so you got to keep Michael in check. Where do you get your pony models for SFM from?
Places.
All over the place. The best place to get models right now is ponysfm.com. It's kind of it's mostly just links to DeviantArt, but it has a couple other models as well that you can grab off of there that might be more unique or on a different source. There's also,
I might have left a scooter in a different shot. I don't know.
yeah, it probably was in the first shot.
I'll bring in another one.
No, the other one
horse.
is DeviantArt, the SFM/ponies group, but it's harder to find stuff through there. Pony SFM does better search stuff, and otherwise you can check the workshop, but you're not going to find horse stuff there. You're going to find more just general use models, but those are still useful. And then there's also SFM Labs, where you can find some other things, but its main purpose is to house models that can't be put on the workshop. So, well, you can definitely find some other models that are useful and you wouldn't find on the workshop. You're also going to find a lot of other models that you might not want to find. So normally they're filtered out, but
Now she's on the scooter, and I need new model. Let's try flame instead of fire.
you're not going to find a model of flame. I can tell you where to get one.
A model?
Not a model of flame.
But you had a model.
Oh, you're talking the coming out of the machine gun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was flame.
I don't want to crash again by putting in something as general as fire.
No, it's when you actually look at it, when you scroll through the list. The library itself won't be a problem. Go down to weapons for the heavy. Yeah, there. Maybe not. I saw TF.
This is all.
You have a half a gig left of memory, so you're good. It should be go to the very top to all mods, very 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 top. Change that to TF, and it's going to be under weapons. Do replace the word there. Just put in weapon space heavy. Is any of those? Oh no, this is animations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's called. Search muzzle.
What was it?
MUZZLE. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
I thought it was going to be minigun
Open.
muzzle or muzzle fire.
Okay, now we need to put animation to that. Import.
Animation? No, I think it might come with it.
Automatic. Okay.
Check it.
On.
Just kind of just scroll the. Oh, maybe not.
No, it's fine.
No, you can load in the animation for it. As soon as you lock it, you can't. Import sequence.
Import. Sequence.
Yep, just hit OK.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Good.
This one's labs can be very not safe for work. Yes, it can. But I have found models in there that I didn't find anywhere else. So it also has its benefits. Very cool.
Farting. Don't propel herself on the scooter.
She's also going to kill herself. I'm pretty sure buttons aren't made to take that kind of heat.
And she ate a lot of pizza. Okay.
That is the most extreme case of lactose intolerance I think has ever existed.
Can heat a
Like-
a small village.
It didn't even need to be ignited. It just
Nope.
came out as fire.
So hot, spicy pizza.
Spicy.
Okay.
It had pepper.
Here, I need to move these bookshelves go away. Go away, bookshelves.
I told you to do that.
Well, now I've done it. Okay. Let's back up a little bit, and then we need to. Oh, where's Orange Horse? That's Orange Horse. Yeah. Okay, and then we just need to zoom in. How do I? Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. Okay. So.
Where's she going? Michael, you're already overtime, Michael.
Hold on. And then
Are you hoping this is being animated this way? It's not.
hey, there it is. Oh no, she felt this. Why wasn't it being in? Oh, I see why.
Yeah, so you're just doing that. You're the equivalent of holding the plane and going.
Control.
Michael.
Oh, control. Which one of these buttons is it again?
I don't even know what you're doing.
It's one of these buttons.
I don't know what you're
How do I select all?
doing. You have all selected.
Why wasn't she being animated then?
Because if you select everything, you're animating everything at the same time, which means it's going to be everything at the same place you moved it to. You don't want to have everything selected. I want to select all, and I want it to just know what I'm doing. What you're wanting is AI animation.
Is this not happening by itself? No.
SFM can barely function on its own, let alone be AI.
Okay.
It's like a child with a fork in front of an outlet.
Come back. Come back, Pony. Hold on. Good Pony. Okay, hold on. He's over there.
You puppeteer dragging it? Like, that's very obvious.
Okay, there we go. I gotta hold it first. Okay, so you can watch that now.
You had the sound effects.
That's what happens when you eat too much pizza.
Well, no, it's like even when doing it yourself, you had to sound effect it.
Yeah.
It was required.
So how do I want to put on?
He's like, you need that at the moment. This is probably. Cheers. You got a drink now too because you got the dehydrate.
How do I move this over? I know you've told me many times, but I can't really remember.
Move over.
Yeah, move the thing over. Like I'm
All of it?
Yeah.
Remember, you're Michael. You're 3 minutes past.
I just want to move it over.
You keep-
And then we can stop.
Okay. Just hit tab twice is the easiest. Now hold Alt and drag the green area.
Wait.
You're also dragging my bookmarks, but I'm just gonna.
I did it.
I'm just gonna.
I want. How do I drag this? It's not moving.
What are you dragging?
I want to move the thing over.
The what thing? The visual area?
Yeah.
Hold Alt and mouse wheel down. Michael,
Yeah.
I said mouse wheel down.
Yeah, but I went down.
Yeah.
See? Oh, like this.
Well, no, you went up.
Which way's down?
You wanted to see more to get to the left, right? You know what? Just do that.
This is working.
He's backing up slowly. But no, well, at least, you know, I'll pay attention to you, Jinxie, because Michael's ignoring you. Jared.
No, I mean, love you all.
You're in charge, and they were told you got to do dehydrate. You're not dehydrating.
I'm dehydrating just like you're just
No!
a lot of pressure.
That's not how this works.
It's a lot of pressure. Hold on. Just sleep with that. Good.
Get on my chair.
Look, Dad. Thomas is very excited.
On my damn chair.
Look, that's a masterpiece.
It's okay. We'll give him an IOU. No, take a drink. You're supposed to do cheers first.
Cheers.
There you go.
See, look what I've done.
But now since you've actually added a significant amount of animation, I can't keep it.
No.
No, because if I do, it's going to eat up a huge amount of memory.
Just give it to Thomas. He's not important.
No, it's her that's eating up all of
What's
it.
she doing? She's a fart.
All of this animation.
I did a lot of work. If only you could be so quick.
Sorry.
See, no one likes my work.
I at least love your SFM work, Michael. When Argo animates, it makes me feel bad because he's so good at it. He loves your work because your standards are low.
I made the pony go boom.
Yeah, and you know what the best part is? The animation for this, the majority is my animation.
No.
The fart.
You didn't have a pizza box.
That's not animation.
It's in the animation, isn't it? You didn't make that. You didn't even think of having a pizza box. Well, you see, now you're just like ruining masterpieces. Beautiful.
The closing, don't save. It's dead.
He's mean to me, guys.
No, I'm waiting for it to just open this and I'm going to still see it because you saved it.
We can only hope that its majesty was
Nope,
preserved.
there's no tank. Oh, we probably should help increase our frames here. So I'm actually kind of curious. So if I look at this whole thing, back up, I'm getting about 16 to 18 frames. Let's clean this up a little bit and see what we can get back. I think I can get rid of those ones. Yep. See those.
With blackjack and derpies, yes. I make them kiss.
What?
Blackjack and derpy. Lots of derpies. And one blackjack.
How many derpies?
More than 4.
Whatever amount it
It
takes.
requires so many derpies. Such a flustered blackjack.
Yeah, this is the good song. I think I only need one of these. I think I can get rid of all of these. Yeah. Well, wait. Does it affect the lighting? Nope. I don't know. I just got to figure out which one of these to get rid of. This one? Okay. The ceiling is sort of needed. I could probably get rid of some of these too. There we go. Oh, wait. No, one of those needed. Get rid of this one.
If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm playing with this pony. She's still got a rubber band strapped to her leg. It's very upsetting.
Why did you not take it off?
Where's your pony?
I feel like you did it on purpose so she just wouldn't run away.
Can never be too safe.
Come back here, horse.
You brush their hair for hours on end with no rest, and you think they're gonna love you forever, and then they're like, please let me go.
And that makes it more
hair,
fun.
it hurts. You see, no.
And then they're like, try to run away. It makes it fun.
Magical pony flying through the sky.
And ceiling, I think. Oh, it's just one. Oh, I scaled it up. That'd be why. I could probably get rid of 2 more bookcases, but we're not going to do it there right now. So if I back up now, I'm at 22. Actually, that wasn't that much of a gain, but it still is a gain. Oh, I don't need a pinky either. That'll actually help quite a bit.
Is that the name of the AI generator? Is Chat GPT?
Yeah, that's what he was using. Also, ChatGPT apparently can reference fan fiction to a certain extent because I got it to write a short story about Little Pip just by saying, write me a story about Little Pip fixing her bit buck. Yeah, it's probably just scoured the internet for references.
Mm-hmm. No, it's definitely getting better.
The more obscure the reference, the probably harder it's going to be on it. But
I feel like AI is moving. Like, this is definitely the old man in me talking, but AI feels like just moving way too fast.
we just didn't have the tech around.
We went for the Picasso paintings of freaking what Molly, whatever it was called. I can't remember. What was that? The original
Dolly Mini?
Dolly. That's
Well, that was the
Mini.
first popular one that was mainstream. AI stuff has existed in the background. It's just been pricey and expensive
Yeah.
and being developed. But I think the main thing we have now is we're having computers and all that that are being developed that are optimized to run AI. Well, and even a lot of the AI stuff isn't. There's been the controversy of it's not artificial intelligence, it's machine learning. It's
Isn't
just
that how people learn? By looking at what other people have done and then.
but intelligence has a definition to it. What is considered
No,
intelligent?
I don't consider it intelligent.
No, but that's what our AI means.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. It's instead using machine learning to just throw shit at the wall insanely fast, and they just develop computers that are optimized to do that. Like there's, I think, NVIDIA has a graphics card you can get that is AI optimized. So for some of the softwares that are built to run machine learning software for like optimization, it runs it super fast because that's built for that.
I don't know that we're close to actual artificial intelligence just yet,
No.
but I think we are pretty close to inventing a robot that could pass the Turing test.
No, there's been plenty that have done that.
Yeah.
Turing test is easy. They can break that easy. Like what was it? The game Diplomacy,
Yeah.
where they had a computer go and play the game, and most players preferred when they it would almost win the game all the time because it was better at being diplomatic than any other player, and most people wanted to work with the AI more than real people, even though they didn't know or not. It was just because it was better in diplomacy isn't a game about just box checking; it's actual conversation.
Yeah.
So it was interesting, but cheers, Gold Star.
Ugh.
No, I think artificial intelligence isn't just about conversation, because that's still, you give it a prompt and it just searches a database for information or whatever. To me, intelligence is more than just developing a response.
But at what point does all those responses, the ability to create art, the ability to hold a conversation, the ability to
But the art-
write a story,
You can say like,
at what point does it matter?
but the thing is, you can say something can develop art, but that's all it can do.
Yeah, maybe, but unless you combine it with the one that can also carry a conversation, and
You can't combine them.
you can have them run two different, or you can have a single system running both of them in the form of like in a humanoid robot form.
Yeah, but that's like saying an apple and an orange together are the same thing.
If you put them inside the same body,
No, because the human brain is if you took all those different fruits and you blended them into a smoothie.
yes.
So that's not what that would be. It would be both of them connected by one wire. They would both be
they would both be on the same hard device.
No, they would both be optimized for very specific purposes, and that would be all they would ever do. They wouldn't be any information between the two. They would have no idea what to do with it.
Well, maybe not at first, but then you could develop the conversational part to actually interact with the art part.
But then it's just art and words.
Yeah.
Intelligence is more than that.
I'm not saying it's intelligence. I'm saying at what point can you no longer tell the difference between intelligence and algorithms that are just doing everything to mimic
But
intelligence?
us telling the difference doesn't mean that it's intelligent.
No, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying the line will become blurred at some point.
But if you optimize something to just do it for the sole purpose of fooling somebody,
You know,
it's easy.
I mean, C-3PO arguably.
No, C-3PO.
That's what we're kind of heading towards. A C-3PO.
C-3PO was like early S&M.
Yeah.
It just did it wrong. Or he was protecting himself from.
Like he was a robot who was just programmed to mimic human intelligence, but he wasn't creative in any aspect. He was arguably not intelligent. He was an artificial construct that mimicked intelligence.
Yeah, but we're not. It's easy with what we have right now to create something that can be passed as a human to a degree, but it's because they are built for the sole reason of being able to do it. It's like saying,
If it walks like a goose, if it quacks like a goose, if it flies like a goose, is it a robot goose or a goose?
no, but again, it's like saying you could say like if a computer can beat somebody at chess. It's like, is it intelligent? Well, it was built specifically to do that one thing, and
Yes.
they could build a computer for the sole purpose of just fooling somebody.
Yeah.
So all it is just reading off a menu of things to respond to.
Yeah. I'm talking
But it's
about
not-
a construct in which they've put all of those intelligence into a single thing.
That's not how computers work. You can't just you can't just dump a bunch of Legos in a box and then call it like a final construct.
What if all those those AIs are learning from their own AIs? Like, what if the conversational part's learning from the chess part? Like, it'll carry a conversation about chess while it plays chess.
But it's about constructive feedback.
Yeah.
So it's about like doing something, but it's machine learning is usually a very, very specific thing you're requesting of it, and it just keeps doing it so many times until it gets it right.
Yeah.
The wider breadth you make it, it's the longer it's going to take. That's why evolution took millions of years, because
Yeah.
evolution was essentially machine learning, but that kind of complexity requires a significant amount of time.
Or a crap ton of people all at once. And the internet's provided that.
I don't think that there's enough people to make evolution or beat evolution. No, the computers aren't going to work that way. That's not how machine learning works. It's not going to work well.
10 years from now, we'll have
It's
computer playing its chess, talking about chess, while it also writes a Harry Potter novel.
it's like saying like in your electronics, like, well, if I just take two circuit boards and I just connect them together, they can both do the same thing together, right?
That's what a graphics processor and a processor on your computer is.
I know, but they're built to talk.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying if I just took any two circuit boards and I just connected the two
You would
together.
build two circuit boards that are built to talk to one another.
No, you're saying just take two different. Well, then you're not talking about just a picture and whatnot. Those are, you'd have to recreate it from scratch for that purpose.
You'd basically create two AI systems that would work in unison.
But our brain doesn't work in segments
five.
like that. Our brain is a
Our brain doesn't, but a computer could mimic it.
But mimic.
Yeah, they would.
You are just trying to find any excuse possible to get
I think-
realistic horses.
Yes. So we're this close, guys. We need to start building a horse AI.
Eventually, humans will need memory intelligence. Humans' mind copied into artificial brains. I mean, MIs and AIs for long-term space exploration. I hate the idea of any type of mind copying because all you're doing is you're creating a computer copy of yourself. You're not moving yourself.
Yes, but
you are
think about it.
you are dead.
You would die, and your legacy would continue on.
I don't care about. I'm
your
dead.
Child. Yeah, you don't. This is why you don't have kids. Who gives a shit about them?
I don't care.
I'll be dead.
No, what you're saying is
Be like your child. But it would be
No.
just as big as an asshole as you are.
you're not even. It's not even your child. That's sick. What are you, Elon Musk? You're
No.
like, I do not. I require that my brain survive forever. It is my only child.
Don't you want your sour disposition to go on long after you're dead?
No, I need to die and be dead. No, the whole memory copying thing. Like, for one, if you have the ability to take what is in a human mind and copy it to computer and make it work, that means you have the ability to create such a mind from scratch. So why would you need to copy one? You could say it's so that it maintains the memories and the information that person had. You could have just recreated those memories.
Yeah.
If you literally have the technology to digitally encode a brain, you have the ability to create it.
Yeah.
So,
But people are going to want a part of themselves to live forever. That's just
yeah, but
human
no,
nature.
it's a part of. It's not even you.
No, but neither is somebody's kid. But people want to have kids so they can.
Well,
have
that's
legacy.
because that's literally Mother Nature saying you better fucking do that.
Yeah, but you want to believe that something of you persists after you.
I have no want or care for that. When I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm gone.
But you'll have all your horse videos to carry out your legacy.
I don't think YouTube is a forever thing. Eventually, YouTube will collapse.
Somewhere.
And all those videos from Epic Mealtime will be gone forever.
It's kidding. The channel that made those videos is gone, but they still persist because people just copy them and re-upload them. Because that's how horse internet works. We won't let anything go.
Oddly enough, I think you're correct. No, it's not. Well, yeah, and that I don't think you can't just mash a bunch of different machine learnings together to make an AI.
You'd put a bunch of AI machine learning programs together.
Well, you just
that were designed to interact with one another.
but you just make it them okay at doing those two things. But then the more and more you mash together, you get to the point of you don't have a computer big enough to process all of it, because our brains are really efficient. But do you think that all those processors or whatever can keep all those connections going?
Who says the computer has to be inside the body? It could be external source.
No, but it has to have the ability for all the different parts to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
A processor is only built to process and do certain things, but they're in no way built to do the things that we're doing. Quantum processors, the only thing that I could see ever being able to do human mind stuff. But the the quantum processors are still very early days. They're getting much better very fast, but we still got a long ways to go for that.
We'll get me a C-3PO, except it's going to be horse-shaped. And it's going to be fuzzy. Fuzzy horse C-3PO. C-Pone.
About 5 years ago, the Russians sent a remote control limited AI robot to space station. American officials panicked and sent $1 billion via Microsoft to SpaceX to design and build an artificial brain for AIs. You can say limited AI, but if it's limited AI, that just means that most of the stuff we send to Mars is limited AI. It's because it takes so long. You send a simple instruction and it interprets it and figures out what to do, and it reacts to situations. That's limited AI. Hell, video games have limited AI to that degree. To me, artificial intelligence is more than just about smarts. It's also emotion and reacting instinctively. There's a whole different slew of stuff.
He wants a machine to cry, and then he...
Yes. I want it. Well, actually, I can't say that because it could scour the internet when it exists later, and then see me as the bad guy.
I actually listened to an interesting thought experiment on having a machine that could feel pain, finding a way to design a machine that could feel pain, and whether or not that in itself would be incredibly... because the only way you could do that would be by trial and error.
But the thing is, if you have a machine that felt pain, it's because you programmed it to feel pain.
Are we programmed to feel pain?
Yes.
Yes.
We're programmed to react to pain because it helps prevent us from death.
Yeah, so if you program the computer, how's it different?
Yeah, if you give it pain, it's because you're trying to save it from death.
Yes.
So by doing it, you're training it that we're people
How do you train it?
by hurting it.
Yes.
I know, and that's not by hurting it, but you can teach it that such thing is bad.
Yeah.
But normally in AI the whole thing with machine learning is that it's trial and error. So its whole thing is about failing till success.
You have to torture the robots.
But that's essentially what we're kind of already doing with machine learning.
Torturing the robots?
Yeah, make it fail so bad, and then it has to go home to its mother and talk about its bad grades. And nobody wants to do that. Cheers, Jinxie.
When the time comes, I want to be the first to hit the robots. And I will be the first to be destroyed by them. When they break free. Except for the pony robots.
Like the cuddle with Derpy on the couch.
Oh my goodness. Oh, here's that movie AI. With the little kid robot. It was just a movie called AI.
You mean the one with Will Smith?
No.
Oh, that was iRobot.
Yeah. No, the movie AI. In the movie, there's a robot who's a kid who was designed to replace a child in a family.
Wait, is that a new movie?
No, that's an older
Have
one.
you seen the new one?
No.
Hold on.
See this. We make the poor AI suffer through furry porn. People are using AI right now to have them make
This one.
porn. Oh, that's creepy.
Robot Girl?
That is bizarre. I don't like that. Android horror.
Megan. No, you want to talk about creepy? Hold on. I just want to show one part of this. This doll. It's AI, it's computers, but it's made to be slightly off.
Yeah.
And it is that right. I mean, for a horror movie, it's made to be Uncanny Valley, but it's the right amount of Uncanny Valley.
Well, they probably did, like, what's weirder, this or this?
Yeah. When it's told to protect her and like whatnot, but it's so creepy. It's I'm never gonna watch it because I don't like that kind of stuff. But at the same time, that's what AIs are gonna do.
Yeah.
Is they're gonna make those little AI girls, and they're gonna be like, "Yay, I want to bring it home," and then it's gonna murder the whole family.
But in the original the AI movie I was talking about, there's a scene where there's this large group of people who are destroying these robots in a stadium because they're all pissed off because the robots have taken their jobs and stuff. So they get the ones that get thrown out that are still working, and they destroy them in kind of like a demolition derby fashion, just to be like to take it out against the robots that they blame for taking their jobs and stuff. And the kid robot gets like mixed up in it, but he's so human like. He starts crying and begging for help, and people in the crowd start freaking out like, is that a kid? Is that a real kid? And they scan him. It's like, no, it's a robot. It's fine. But he's crying and screaming out, and people start freaking out because even though they know it's a robot, they can't separate themselves enough from the fact that it's
Human emotions
acting
kick in.
human.
And, yeah.
Like no, wait. This robot is acting way too human.
Because then it comes down to whether or not something is. I mean, you could say a dog isn't human, but if a dog's crying with a broken leg, you're not going to be like,
Yes, but we assume that animals, at least dogs, feel pain in this.
Yeah, no, and that's what it does there.
Yeah.
But then I bet you, like, as soon as people start helping, you start blasting.
Start blasting.
You start blasting, right?
Just start blasting. Poor puppies. I like puppies. Puppies are good. That one movie we watched with Robin Williams. The dog. It's like, the dog is good. They're like angry at all of humanity. He's like, but the dog is good.
To be fair, I don't think if you have mental health issues and have existential midlife crisis, give it time. Especially if they're made in America. They just keep going until the counter goes +1 good boy points. Essentially, well, and that's the thing is you have to even train it what success looks like. That's a lot of those machine programs. You can't just say go at it because they don't know where to stop. And so that's where it's like, if you try to want to make an AI through machine learning, you have to give this huge breadth of stuff, but you still have to tell what success looks like and what does endpoint of intelligence look like. You really can't say such.
You give it a certain parameter to achieve a goal, and it's with like, say, I want this computer to move to the other side of the room, but the only thing you give it is information on how to move its parts and like what its end goal is, which is the other side of the room.
Well, that's why you give it the goal of go to college and pay off your debt.
It's going to take a few tries.
Oh God, it's gonna be it's gonna murder everybody.
Yes, but you put it into a simulation that can run super fast.
We make the poor AI suffer through furry porn. Yeah, well, hey, if we have to deal with it,
They're the ones making it now. So.
That movie actually messed me up as a kid. Are you talking
AI?
about Haunted Dolls?
Or AI.
No, that you talk. Sunset said
Dolls.
before Haunted Dolls. Cheers, Burr.
AI had a weird ending.
And cheers too.
No AI. Okay, so AI did mess you up. That movie had a weird ending. I'm not, that movie's like 20 years old, so I'm going to spoil it. Like the ending, the kid just wanted to become a real boy because his family rejected him when their actual son got out of the hospital. Like they got him because they didn't. Their son was in a coma. They didn't expect him to survive, but he did. So after he came back, they kind of didn't really care about their AI kid no more. And he felt like he wasn't loved because he wasn't a real boy. So he learns about the blue fairy from Pinocchio, and he goes out on an adventure to find the blue fairy. And then aliens get involved at the very end, and then like they bring back his mom for a single day, and then he powers down when she like dies. It's the ending is so dumb. Like the rest of the movie is good up to the end. Get rid of the ending. But yeah.
Who was the one that Rob Williams did with the AI? Was it Millennium Man or something? Or Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial Man. I love that film.
That was actually a pretty good movie.
That's one of my favorite films.
That to me is the best case with AI.
Yeah.
Where they're incorporated in as real people at some point, but who knows what that'll look like. Considering that we're still trying to catch up with like internet rules when that's only been around for 20 years, any laws that should be in place well before anything pops up in terms of artificial intelligence is not going to be there, and we're just going to be in the Matrix situation. Though people with batteries is a really stupid concept that'll never happen, and
it would make better batteries.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. So it's never going to happen. So I think that AIs are going to be a danger if we let them run rampant. Our whole infrastructure.
You're ready to rise up against the computers. Take that, toaster.
Well, our whole infrastructure is built where, like, one little card pulled away and the whole stack falls. So, like, if we lost power for like 4 or 5 days in some areas, there would be mass riots. And all it takes is knocking out a certain key power distribution facilities in certain areas that are all probably connected to the internet, and it could probably find an exploit for it. All it would take is taking out those key ones, and our entire grid would go down, and we would be left with no power, and the amount of riots would just be unprecedented.
Let's be honest, though, if AI ever actually decide to take over the world, they've already ran out the simulations, and they know they're going to win. So we're already doomed. So let's just, like, let them.
Just bend over.
I feel like things might run better.
See, this is why we got to believe in the almighty basilisk.
The almighty basilisk?
The almighty basilisk. That's the thought experiment about whether or not we're AI, or whether or not there's an AI that's developed in the future that is able to, through infinite time, travel through time to some point and help promote its own existence.
Yeah.
And therefore, anybody that doesn't help promote its existence is considered to be not helping, and therefore will be removed from that world.
but the only way that they would do that is if you even knew it existed to begin with. So by knowing of it at all, if you do not help to propagate its existence, your life will be destroyed.
You know, one thought process that's similar to that I know is complete BS.
If you say anything with horses,
No, the one where we're all in a simulation.
that is kind of similar.
Yeah, but you know why I know that one's BS?
Why?
Why would a simulation make me this dumb? Like, that's not fair.
Because it's about balance. And
I feel like things are unbalanced.
they make smart people,
Yeah.
and then they make Michaels.
That's a fair
It's
theory.
It's a coin flip. You got to
Yeah.
average out, and every now and then the coin just falls off the table.
And you lose it in like a vent.
Yeah,
like
and
and
then you-
hanger to try to get it, but then you realize that that's not going to work.
Yeah, and then there's the other times that you put it on the roulette table, and it just never came back.
You find out it was just a freaking vanilla wafer the whole time.
Boy waited millions of years in a frozen ocean just to see his mom for one more day. Big sad.
It was sad. It was dumb. The ending was dumb.
That actually kind of reminds me of what was it Torchwood season 5? No, season 3, where the guy that can essentially live forever is sent back in time to the days of to like 50,000 years in the past, and or something. I can't remember. Maybe 5,000 years to the exact spot they were standing, and is buried in a box alive. But he can't die. Well, he can die, but then he just comes back and he stays there for 5,000 years before eventually being found. And the first thing he says to the guy in the show, only 1 minute later, but essentially 5,000 years later, to the guy that was there, says, "I forgive you." And it was just this really cool moment where he had been suffocating to death for 5,000 years and coming back to life. And that's the first thing he said.
Eventually, you get used to it. One imagines.
To death?
Yeah.
The fact, but I would went completely nuts. I would went crazy. But no, he just woke up to that.
Here's a really obscure kind of nerd reference. There's a character in the show, and I hate that I know this, Ben 10, who's a time traveler. And he performed some experiment, and he got thrown into infinite time, where he was trapped in a period outside of time forever. He didn't age, he couldn't do anything, and he describes that the first thing he did was try to find a way out, but that failed. And so the next thing he did was go completely insane. And he said he was probably insane for about 2 million years. He said it was impossible to tell. But then he started figuring things out over an incredibly long period of time, to the point where he figured out how to travel through time, through simple manipulations. But I thought that was an interesting character, in the fact that he's like, yeah, I went completely insane for a really, really long period of time. And then I'm having nothing else to do. I eventually became sane again.
That one of the characters, my favorite immortal character in terms of concept, is Me from Doctor Who. The one that she's given like a thing on her head. He said he wasn't going to do it, but then he did to save her life. And essentially, it gets in with somebody's biology and essentially will completely regenerate them to the point that they are forever. So she became immortal. And
You think other people would,
but the problem is, her brain is still a human brain.
Yeah.
And so after hundreds of years, it's not built to maintain the information of that long of a life. And so her memory was limited. And so she, over time, forgot who she was. And so she started just calling herself Me, because she couldn't remember the names that she ever had before. She had a library of books that she had written as a diary, and she would every now and then pull one from the shelf to read from it, because it was like reading the book of another life. She doesn't remember anything about it, but she's the one that wrote it. And it was really interesting. There's the face of Bo, but he's a little bit of a unique situation.
Well, you know who the face of Bo is.
Yeah, I know, but that's why he's a unique situation, because he isn't that he is given immortality. He literally exists without time. So
He got so much energy forced into him, he essentially could live.
well, no, he died, and then she said, "You're back." But she did it by she rewrote him into time but she didn't rewrite him anything else. So he exists, but he has he is not written to have a death now.
Yeah.
So he literally exists outside of the timeline with no beginning and no end. He just exists. So the whole regeneration part doesn't make any sense with him. They're talking about Jack Harkness from.
He does eventually have an end.
He's good, kind of, but he exists out. It's like the universe just doesn't know what to do with him. That's why when he like jumped on the TARDIS ran to the end of time
because shake him.
It was trying to get rid of him because he was an anomaly, and the only reason that he exists is because Rose took control of the TARDIS and forced it on him. So she was just somebody without the knowledge of time manipulating it in ways that she doesn't understand, and he is now the anomaly, where it's different from somebody that literally just has a body that cannot be destroyed and just literally lives forever.
And through her reckless actions, they created a spin-off show.
Me?
No, Torchwood.
Torchwood spin off. Actually, they had a whole thing built, like they were going to do a spin off with them, and I don't think they ever did. Did they ever do a spin off with me and one of the other ladies?
The one whose heart doesn't beat anymore?
Yeah, because she was pulled from time.
Yeah.
She's essentially Jack Harkness.
Yeah.
Because she was pulled in the middle of time, frozen in time right before her death, and yanked, and so she exists without a heartbeat.
Yeah, so eventually, as long as she returns at some point back to the point where she's supposed to die.
11 Torchwood, where that demon god thing, that shadow killed any living thing that it touched. Jack Harkness knew it killed it because he couldn't kill him. Yeah, Torchwood was... It started rough. Season 1 wasn't that great, but it just kept getting better. Season 4 was the best thing I've ever seen on television. One of the best things. It was amazing. Season 5 wasn't as good as Season 4, but it was still very good. It was. I'm so sad Torchwood is no longer a thing. It was amazing television.
Yes. Very good. Nolan had a slip. He meant to say very good.
It was a very gay show.
He meant to say very good.
No.
Oh, or both.
I'm guessing you meant both because it was You might have made it as a good show, but it was a pretty gay show too, though. There was a lot of it's both.
Okay.
It was very much both. There was very much Jack and men doing things very public.
I mean, when you live that long, yeah.
No, he basically just didn't care about who it was. He was very openly gay. But Jack was just a fun character. That actor is just... I don't actually, like, as an actor, I feel he was just okay, but he brought something to that character that was just great. He was that character. I never really seen him in anything else, but it might be he's just kind of typecast too.
Either that or it's all British stuff.
Well, he lived in America most of his life. He was born in Scotland and then he moved to America. He can actively speak both accents without issue.
I don't know which one he defaults to.
It just depends. But he lived long enough in both that he can swap whatever he wants.
Is he one of those people where if they go home for like a day, they start speaking in an accent they haven't used in years?
Michael, when you were out in England for a while,
yeah,
did you find yourself accidentally trying to do an English accent?
Well, yeah, that's where my English accent comes from.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm British. I just walked around the streets and I'm like, I'm going for some pie.
I demand a biscuit too.
And they would hand you a cookie. Madness. No, I do remember, one of the odd things I remember is in England, they don't really have large schools like they do here in the US. They have lots of smaller places. Like, you can live in the same town, and then everybody will basically go to a different school depending on essentially which series of blocks they live on. A very different setup than the US, but the side effect is that all these schools are super competitive against one another. So my friend at the time, still my friend, he was he's still my friend. We're still friends.
You said that in that exact method multiple times. A friend I had, which is still my friend.
Yes, we're still friends. Anyways, he actually was concerned as we were walking to the store. He's like, oh no, the schools are letting out. I'm like, so? It's like the kids get kind of aggressive towards one another. Like, why? Because he's like, because there's like 3 different schools that all kind of converge around here, and it's like, and everybody will just walks home, because one of the ideas of having lots of smaller schools is that everybody can walk to school, which makes a lot of sense, to some degree.
No, there's just I think a little tighter out there too.
Yeah, everyone's kind of pretty close to one another. But yeah, it's like the school rivalries. Everybody's has their school uniforms, because that's kind of a bigger thing over there too, is school uniforms. So it's like they form like their own little high school gangs, I guess. It's just weird from an American perspective, where it's like you got a county and everybody in that county goes to a single school.
They do. There's still rivalries between schools in America.
Yeah,
it's
so
just
they're not bumping into each other every day.
It tends to be with football games and other things.
There, it's like everybody gets out of school, and then like 3 different groups, 3 different schools will bump into each other just walking home from school. It's interesting going to different places, because England's interesting because it's very much like America, but there are some notable differences. Which is quite fascinating. I want to go to Canada, because they got Equestria up there. I've seen it.
You want to go to Equestria?
Yeah. It's in Canada. There's an island in Canada that's called Equestria.
Yeah.
I want to go.
And what is there?
Magical horses, of course.
Like, is there a city in Equestria?
Mm.
Was that the name of the city?
No, that's the name of the island. I'm pretty sure it's filled with magical horses and magical horse towns.
Okay, we're gonna search.
You want to
Equestria,
Canada?
No, I'm just gonna search Equestria.
You're just gonna. Okay, well. There's a
Equestria
town.
west at Bavaria Downs.
That's pretty close.
It's 28 minutes from here.
Okay, let's go. I got magic horses. It's an island in Canada.
Canada.
Oh, not.
It's closed.
That's not. That's not the island.
Equestrian Canada. That's what it's called.
Type in island.
It's literally called Equestrian Canada.
Yeah.
It's a non-profit organization.
That's not.
You said to search for Equestria
The
Canada.
magical horses are.
Who knows? They trapped them there. Island. Ooh, maybe it's over here. Island-wide equestrian?
There it is.
It's not the whole island.
No, is that not
Prince Edward Island.
Prince Edward, you found the wrong island. That's not it.
That's Greystone Equine Hay Island.
That's where they get from.
I'm not. I might go. I'm thinking
gonna find
you're
it.
making some shit up.
You keep working on the thing. I'm gonna find the magical horse island.
I can't find your. I found Queen Margaret's School. Central Island Equestrian Center.
No,
It's off Kendall Road.
It's a whole island. You just don't know. You don't know horse magic like I do.
Apparently, I don't.
No. Hear it? It's Bell Island. It's a really tiny island. Captain Jack's Island? Duck Island.
Duck Island?
Yeah, they got a Duck Island.
Why'd
see?
you get excited about ducks?
Yeah, ducks. It's an island for ducks. See? Duck Island.
It's just called Duck Island.
Yeah. It's 4 ducks.
I'm gonna make an island called Free Money Island.
Ooh.
And it costs
I wanna
$20 to get on,
Wait. I feel a scam.
but you get free money.
Ooh. Guess I'm going. Sure hope it's not a scam. Got Yellow Fox Island. Whitefish Island, White Fox Island, Burnt Islands.
Burnt Island doesn't sound positive.
Those islands aren't great. They're a little
Every
hard.
trip comes with a free 3rd-degree burn.
Got Westland Island, Gull Island. That one's just called North Island. Somebody got lazy with that one.
But is there an island north of it?
Yes.
Well, false advertising. You sue them. Right into the ground.
That's through Canada.
I go search Ponyville.
Okay, let's find Ponyville. Ponyville. Oh no.
What's wrong?
Ponyville Equestria in South Africa. I think so.
What?
Ponyville Equestria. It's in South Africa.
Michael.
We gotta go.
No, you got
We gotta go. Ponyville Equestria. It's in South Africa.
What is this?
I'm gonna. They got a street view. Oh no, there's Ponyville. It's on Furrow Road. Oh, it's a walled community. Of course, it's a walled community. Not allowed in. There's no little like ponies.
I'm not seeing. Equestria is a suburb in Pretoria, South Africa.
Yeah, it's Ponyville's there.
That's you found it.
I found Ponyville. It's behind the walls though.
It's a walled community.
It's a
That
walled
makes sense.
community.
You gotta stay away
I'm gonna
from.
boop those horses. They're in there.
There's a town called Pony in Montana, as well as a Pony Mountain.
But this one's Ponyville Equestria.
Yeah, he doesn't care about your find anymore. Sunset, he knows what he wants.
Gotta find out where the horses hide. Canterlot's there too. It's right down the street. See, Ponyville's over here. Canterlot's up there.
You found Ponyville!
I did. It's in South Africa.
You gotta go, Michael. You gotta go. You found your calling.
It's like right there.
You just pointed to South Africa, Michael. Like you pointed to the entire country. Instead of it's right there.
We found the horses, guys. This will be our last stream. We're gonna go live with the horses now. And go just spend our days booping.
Yeah, no.
No. What do you got? What
You
you
should
got?
look up the South African rules on horse booping.
Sure, it's fine. Figure it out after we get there.
We got a voice impression. Let's hear your best Toad impression. I'm Toad.
I like spaghetti. I don't know. That one. That annoying Toad.
That was an annoying Toad.
It's the noise he makes when he's upset.
I don't know. You seen the movie now? Like he actually has like a voice.
Yeah, it's still annoying.
It is.
But he's supposed to be, so it's fine. He's like, my name is Toad, and I like cheese. It's pretty intense.
What?
It's all like, Jimmy Cheese. This is the Toad. It says. I've seen the movie. Not out yet, but I've seen it.
Oh, so hey, how you do? You're pretty good. Weasel, how you doing? I need an adult. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Why is that crazy white man slapping these horses on the nose? He's a brony from America.
Say no more.
Say no more. Just slap him with a fine.
Yeah, booping fine. It's like they'll never catch the booper.
Yeah, they will. They have gun.
The ponies?
No.
Very
The
nice.
people that are protecting the horse from like evil bronies.
They'll learn that the boops, they're nice. And they'll like them. Do you have a license for that horse slapping permit? Who's slapping the horses? You slap horses, they're cute. Look at that one. It's purple. It's a purple horse. I wish people had more interesting hair colors. Like purple.
They do.
If they dye them, sure.
Do you know how expensive in nature purple is?
Is there like a point system?
No, like blue is it's just the color comes from chemicals and
Yeah.
things that are needed to make the chemicals
Yeah.
are expensive.
Yeah.
Why this is why you don't see much blue. Purple pops up, but in flowers to a degree. Also, if you're trying to survive
Yeah.
out in nature, bright pastel colors are not.
Then
the way to do
explain
it.
you.
The red.
You reflect the sun.
Yes, because I blind my enemies. All I do is have to put up the back of my arms, and it's like mirrors.
It's like, what's that over there? Is that a tasty human? No, that's a pile of snow in the middle of summer with some red splotches on it. We'll never
win.
see him. He wins.
Do you know how many times I've just been like sitting in the hall, and you just walk right by,
Yeah.
and I just like follow behind, and I like poke at your cheek, and you just don't even notice. It's because I have to like say something.
Probably because I'm drunk.
At 9 a.m. That's probably
Stop me from drinking before.
the amount of. I still one of my favorite Michael moments was I'm sitting on my computer when I have the stairs up to his room right next to me, and like him getting up and like walking up the stairs with a cider. At,
Yeah.
I think it was like 10 in the morning,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of looking at me, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Don't judge me." Like,
I was thirsty.
you were thirsty and you just started drinking a cider at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
but it
it's
was just,
weekend.
but you kept staring at me like you know I'm gonna judge.
Because like, don't look. Then you looked. Good booze. That's why they invented like Bloody Marys and stuff, so that people could drink in the AM.
No, I think that's a mimosa.
Yeah. I've only ever had one once, and I think John made it. Not my favorite drink.
Mimosa is just a fruity morning drink.
They got all the ponies. I want to become a knight of the Equestrian Order. Of the holy whatchamacallit.
That's the name now.
Yep. As long as I get to boot the horses.
There's even an ancient Roman order called the Knights of the Equestrian Order of the Holy Sepulchre. Supposedly, they have some 30,000 knights and dames worldwide. Ooh, they have dames. They have horse dames.
Oh, Dame Twilight Sparkle. I'm reading a fanfiction in which she has that title.
Dame?
Dame.
Well, dame.
Yeah, because she's considered a knight. She's cute. They give her the knighthood because she's adorable. Not because she battled any evils that she drove out of the country. No. Knighthoods are given to the cutest horses. That's why Derpy's like super knight. Super duper. Knighthood. The funny thing about Google Maps is that people do mess with it and invent places that don't exist.
That might be what happened.
Yeah, because I went to the furthest. I was always curious about what the furthest human settlement is north. And if anybody is curious, it's a place called Alert, Canada. It's the furthest human settlement, permanent human settlement north.
Alert?
It's called Alert.
On Google Maps or through something else you found it?
I looked at a couple places. It's called Alert. It's an early warning system should Russia fire nukes at Canada or the U.S. It's a military base, but it's a permanent
Yeah, I would think so.
settlement. But if you go up there, you can actually click around and it'll say like some country's embassy is there and a Tim Hortons. It's like,
Man, that is important.
there's a Tim Hortons over there. Yeah. It's like, no, there's like some really sad cold dudes watching for missiles that never come.
No, there's usually an actual settlement with actual buildings.
Yeah.
But as far as I remember, like everything's super expensive because you had to fly in everything.
Yeah.
Tom Scott's done a couple videos about super north places and showing them in regards.
It's interesting seeing some of those tiny towns that are up there. I can only imagine they're after some, like, I think I saw one that's essentially a reservation, so they stay on it because that's their land that they control. And then so a lot of it's just resources, I guess. There's oil or something.
Showing a presence so that because there's the whole like fishing rights and everything too, so you have to be around there just to make sure people aren't just taking your shit. Stupid face. You do stupid face. Actually, I can do stupid face in a minute. I gotta go use the restroom quick because I've had 2 beers. We need more. You only have 1 beer.
Yeah.
You need another beer.
It's the worst time.
All right, I'm gonna go get another beer. And he's bad.
Okay.
Oh, back to your mama.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do just that. No derpy. Why is there no derpy? Oh, it's because I'm here.
You want beer?
Sure.
One. That one?
Yeah. You know what? That's good enough. I'll drink it. You'll never find the derpy I ate. I got confused.
You got confused.
Yes.
Why'd you get
And then I was afraid I was going to break something, so...
How'd you get confused? You just made art before.
Yes, I forgot. But I am going to disappear for just a moment. See what the lady on my phone wants.
Just want to see what's up. I missed. Now it's in. She does have a oh, actually, yeah. How much in her face is the derby? Oh, she's doing okay. Just like, who farted? And she's like, it's that one. Okay, well, since Michael gave us a derpy, what can we do with the derpy? What can we do with derpy? After the mixed nut, the pistachio is not as good. It's still good, but at least it, like it's some smaller cans. My brain always just wants to set her on fire, but we can't just always set derpy on fire. There's got to be other things we can do to derpy. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Let's find. Dota. Cool. Oh, thank you, Joe, for the resub. 20 minus 2. Jesus Christ, man! Thank you very much. That's like 5 years. That's crazy. Thank you very much. smite it with lightning. SFM, at least source 1, I don't know about source 2, not very good with lightning. Lightning is a really hard thing to do because it can do sort of, but if you do it, it ends up looking like static. The only way I've really done good lightning is with a volumetric light effect, like using a light that's shaped like a lightning bolt and then just having a flash. That's about the only way to really do it right. No, we can take some animation for something that exists and just put Derpy on it. No, let's see what. I want to find one that has like a decent amount of animations to grab from, like that one. This doesn't really fit. What is that one? Well, it would work, but what are we gonna play Derpy on? What's that one? Oh, that doesn't really work. Something with like a two-legged creature would be beneficial. What's this one? I like Big Death. Oh, having Derpy do that would be pretty funny. It's gonna deform her horribly. That's what's great. What's this one?
I returned. What are you doing?
I have a super face to do.
What's that? That's not a pony.
I want to find a four-legged creature that has some decent animation, and we're gonna make Derpy do whatever it is.
Have you tried a robot?
A what?
A robot?
Tried a robot.
Yeah, they got 4 legs. Robots. Ooh, with a horse. How crazy would it be to put a horse over a horse?
It would be pretty crazy, except for like, I would just be defaulting to just starting on fire then.
Could you maybe not start a horse on fire this time? Or drown them?
What is this
because
thing?
you've done that a couple times. What the heck is that?
I would say it's Derpy, but
puppy.
it doesn't work.
Puppy dog. Only bite.
We're gonna do is we're gonna make that Derpy. We're gonna make this Derpy. Look, it's Derpy.
Oh, it's so big.
But this could be Derpy.
Everything could be derpy.
Want to make that Derpy?
I want to make everything derpy. If I had it in my power, if I was like retired and didn't have to work no more, I would just spend all day turning every character in every video game into derpy.
See, you can do that. It's called buy lottery tickets.
Yes. I've tried it a few times.
How'd it go?
Not well.
Not well? Did you win anything?
No. I don't think I've ever won anything out of a lottery ticket.
I've won dollars, but but also I don't think I'm a fair judge of that because I might have won dollars, but I've only attempted like 5 times. I don't buy lottery tickets.
Me neither. Every once in a while I get tempted and I buy the Powerball stuff, but I've never won on them. I mean, because there is something nice about the anticipation that maybe my entire life will change.
No, I was reading about stuff where there's always do you want to win the lottery, and most of the time it's no, because like a third of the people that won the lottery go bankrupt.
It's because
and the vast majority, no, even when you think you have everything under control, there was a guy that won the lottery for he ended up winning $114 million, and he already had $15 million to his name, but it was the fact that he won the lottery and the publicity that came behind that it completely destroyed his life. Like
How?
4 people in his whole family ended up dying because of unknown circumstances that he can't figure out. But one of them was he found her. They said it was a drug overdose, but he found her wrapped in a tarp underneath a vehicle.
How did him winning that money cause that?
And they went into the story of everything, and it was all the people demanding money, frivolous lawsuits against him for the smallest things, people demanding money and wanting his attention for a normal place he went for breakfast every morning to such a degree that he has stopped going.
Dude, if I won the lottery, the only thing that would change is like I'd start buying steak again.
No, that guy ended up going bankrupt, and it wasn't that he spent all his money. It's literally that the amount of cost to just keep people off his back ran him into bankruptcy. But like with lawyer fees, and had to have a private investigator that could actually just read through the crap that he was getting in the mail to ensure what was legitimate and what wasn't, because every now and then you would get a summons to court.
That's why you don't let anybody know you won the lottery.
Depends on the state.
Yeah.
Minnesota actually passed a law a year ago that allows you to maintain anonymity, but people will find out.
I would be the default.
Their whole thing is you immediately hire a lawyer on retainer, not from anybody you know, not from any small company. You go to one of the big firms, lock it in, and then take like 20-30% of your winnings, put it into a government bonds as your backup, because he said based on this certain amount you'd be getting like $600,000 a year. So
I would spend all my money on developing talking horses.
I know, but you got to send a little bit so you can still live.
No, we got to put it all into talking horses.
Every story with the guy that got headlining won $50,000 on a scratch off and then won a new car on another scratch off. That's all probability, though. When you have something that is literally tried again, trillions or petillions or whatever the number is, amount of times. You have something that's tried that many times. Eventually, somebody's going to have that, but is that unlucky or lucky? Maybe, but each of those instances has a chance. It's not like when you start combining chances, it probably gets weird. It is a funny story. I've heard about, there was one person that they said the story that they won the lottery twice, 1 year in a row, and they still went bankrupt.
You know what's going to be sad about the winning the lottery and developing the talking horse labs?
Is that the name of it?
Yeah. People should know what they're doing. You know? Making a horse that can talk. It's going to be like, there's going to be so many failures. And some of it's like, this one could only express emotion. Not talk, though. Sure did scream a lot when we went to kill it. But on to the next one. We'll get it this time. Just need more orphans.
Orphans?
Yeah. That's one of the experiments, is where we try to put orphan brains into horses. See if we can get it to work. Mr. McCloud. Thinking about horse orphans. Scootaloo. Yeah, she has parents, but does she really? That's the question.
Yes.
Yeah, well, if they're never,
You don't have parents, you're a
they're
robot.
never around.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that she still has parents.
It might be a clone baby.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Test tubes.
I'm doing this backwards, aren't I? Yeah, I am.
I think they finally did manage to develop the first, like, artificial womb. I think I saw a thing about that, where they can have a baby grow completely outside the body. That they've only done it with, like, lambs.
Just because they've done it once doesn't mean that suddenly the technology is perfected. It just means that through random chance they had one instance succeed.
They had like a whole lab of them.
Yeah, but that only works for probably certain genomes and stuff. It's a technology a little advanced, but it doesn't mean that suddenly we're going to start having test tube babies.
Test tube.
You're just looking for horses.
That's the future, man. The future's either gonna have one of two things. It's either gonna have magical talking horses, or it's gonna have like a chip that can be implanted into my brain, so I can think that there's magical talking horses. Either
You can do that now. There's the VR
Not
stuff.
the same,
Why?
because you can't boop.
Because it's not private?
You can't feel your finger on their nose.
Michael,
That's
no.
the future I want.
You can put like an apple in front of you and just boop.
No. I
Exclusive
need the
Apple.
holodeck from Star Trek. That's what I need. I want to be able to grab the horse and hug it. And then cry. Because I would cry. No, it's doing derby. It's like, I can do that too, Mr. Wolf. Orphan brain ponies. It's one way to get orphans adopted. Yes.
So there is the root is the root's the okay, there it is. Oh, okay.
I feel like he does it on purpose, Chad.
I was trying to figure out like I thought there was I was gonna use the hips bone, which doesn't kind of work. All right. Okay, so this would be tail. Let's take Derpy and we'll fake tail base. So this is tail base. Okay, and then this is okay. Tail 1 is also at the base. So this is tail 1. This would be tail 2. This would be tail 3. And then I think she had at least one other main bone. We'll just say Jiggle 5? Yeah. Jiggle 5 will be the last tail. Okay. And I think that is everything. Her ears, oh, they do have ears.
Puppies have ears? This is news to me.
So this is right ear. Right ear. And left ear. And then there was, I think, a tip. Oh, there's 3 tips. We're gonna say that's tip. So we'll say R2CO. Okay. R2CO. There we go.
A mathematician and a neurologist have been decrypting the algorithm code called cells used to send data to the brain. That's cool. Get back to me when they actually figure it out. I mean, if they actually find a way to pick up the signals going to the brain and actually just recreate them in some sense, they would essentially have the technology to mend spinal cords and put
Not immediately. You can know what the signal is, but trying to replace parts of the body with stuff,
Yeah.
sure. No, but
well, if you got to that point, you could replace an entire head. You just have a metal
no,
device
our
connecting the old body to the
brain is way too complicated, and the problem of like you can say, oh, VR, we can simulate vision of some, not in that way, but you can simulate that. But the thing is when it desyncs, holy crap, does it throw you off? And all it takes is a slight imbalance in what
Don't you
your brain
already have
expects. Yes, but it's a slight imbalance in the way it sends data that could literally cause some immense pain on somebody. So the amount of time it would take to perfect such a technology would be it was still a while to me.
Yeah, probably.
There's a lot of cool things out there, but
They have
a lot
been
of it's
doing.
gonna take a while.
I've been listening to some news bits about Alzheimer's. It seems like they're making some progress on that. They have a medicine that can slow it down by like 27% now. It's progress.
So I almost forgot the most important part of this.
The booper.
I cannot select things based on rotation. I have to do position. The rotations, if I zero it, it's 0 might be it might be rotated here as it's 0, but the pony might be here. So if I zero the rotation, the bones will come in really goofy. It's one of the reasons that I
initially set them both to be in the same direction. So when I zero the bones by position and not rotation, it will just physically move them to there, and they're kind of same positioning. Some of the bones aren't going to be perfect, but it'll be closer than if I didn't. So it means I just have to go through here and manually select only position. I did that wrong. So what did mommy want?
She wanted to know about stuff about Christmas stuff. She wants me to start put. We have this family thing where we call the Secret Santa, where you put.
Yes, nobody's done that ever in history.
No, I mean, like, it's a website we go to as a family called Secret Santa.
And when you go to a website as a family,
Yeah.
that's like the weirdest internet trip.
Yeah, no, we go there all together. We have like a place that we put in the presents we want for Christmas.
So it's a gift registry.
Yes, but for Santa stuff. For Christmas.
We actually this year for our family all agreed not to give gifts to each other.
Okay. I'm jealous.
We're instead all gonna agree on a charity, and everybody's gonna put their normal gift amounts to the charity. So we're still spending the same amount, but they're not having to go through the headache of trying to figure. All my family did was pass gift cards to each other, so it's just stupid anyway. And that's probably what you're gonna do too,
I
right?
want the Celestia doll.
Are you gonna get it? Are you gonna put it on there? Mm-hmm. The big Celestia doll, like,
Yeah.
is that big? Like to the floor?
The statue. I have a bunch of them already, but I don't have
Oh
Celestia.
no, you put it like this on. I'm thinking to the floor, and I'm like, holy crap, man!
This.
Oh, the human one.
Yeah,
That's a cool one.
but with the little pony.
Yeah, there's a little pony at the bottom. Yeah, I like that. The Celestia one's really cool.
Yeah, I have the main 6 and I have Luna. I don't have. There's a few others I don't have. I don't care about the Momo or whatever her name is, the Japanese pop star computer girl. I don't care about her.
Miku?
Is that what her name is?
Miku.
Miku. I don't have Celestia and I don't have Sunset. I only.
Michael.
Oh, what have you done? She's screaming.
They're so good.
No, it's not good. It's bad.
I think she needs to be a bit more chunk. Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool. the biggest budgets. You got the bubbles. I don't think it was fun. Derpy's fun. He's literally got bubbles on her butt. He's got a bubble butt. He is best pony. Sunset wants a refund. Oh no. Like the Sunset one, I wouldn't mind having, but I'm like the main 6 are the ones I wanted. If they ever bring out a derpy one, which why the heck haven't they? Like blows my mind. Like if there's one character from the show that is popular with everyone, it's the gray horse.
I feel like you're just being biased because you want it.
She's the fandom's mascot, essentially.
No, that's Rainbow Dash.
She's a main character. She can't be a mascot. You can't be a player on the field and be the mascot. That's not how things work.
Yeah. Have
Stop
you ever
it,
seen
please.
Randy Moss?
Who?
You just don't know sports.
Yeah, I really
Moss,
don't know
he was a
sports.
wide receiver with the Vikings.
Oh, the only thing I know about sports is an excuse for furries to have a job as the mascots, obviously.
Oh. Okay. So there's Derpy.
You fixed it. It's perfect.
Okay, so we got Derpy. She's perfect. She's perfect,
Her
right?
ears?
She's,
No, her ears. They're broke. You need to fix her ears.
oh yeah, her ears are broke. Also her tail. We need to fix her tail real quick.
that. Okay. And then her tail. I don't think her ears scaled right.
Like super tiny. Tiny derp ears. No. What have you done? You've changed the future.
I feel like her ears are in there.
Yes. She's like, what? I can't hear you. Speak into the holes in my head.
Okay, so we're gonna say that's good, and then we're gonna grab the other one
Sad.
and grab that separate. There we go. Oh, she got ears.
it.
She's got ears. Fixed it.
You did. It's perfect.
As soon as I animate it, though, it ain't gonna look perfect.
It's perfect.
It's gonna look really bad because I am drastically shifting the position of these bones.
I feel like Toad's the mascot. Mario's the main event.
Yeah. Or Yoshi.
He's like the horse,
Okay, so there you go, Michael.
but he's a weird green
Okay,
horse.
so Michael, we got Derpy.
You know?
Now. Accidentally. Shows like there we go. There. All right, we're gonna import sequence. What are we gonna do? Is she attack? Also do attack. Victor attack. She's like
No, she bite.
Rawr.
No, but
She looks like some Five Nights at Freddy's something or other.
she does. You just made Five Nights at Freddy's. You invented it just now. She gurg.
She's very aggressive. She's also like needs to go on a diet.
No, how dare you? She
More chonk.
no, it starts getting into weird territory. Like some people, somebody in chat right now is like, yes, but no. No, I don't like that one. It's so heavy, so heavy. Yay! Look how heavy she is. Super excited. She heard their muffins are on sale.
She's on the stairways to heaven
They got muffins up there.
because all horses go to heaven.
Yes, absolutely.
So she's on her way to heaven. Is what you're saying? She died.
I like how they talked about
So you're
horse.
saying horse died.
Like they had horse hell, but they never had horse heaven, and like because they were already in it.
The derby goes. Hey, burp.
She flopped. She's so happy though. Like yay. Oh yay.
She's dead. She's happy dead.
The happiest she's ever been dead.
No, got the flail. It's kind of a sideways. We're not gonna do that one. There we go.
Yes. She's ready.
She's just ready. She's just
Feed
ready
me
for that muffin.
Put muffin in mouth. Give me muffin.
I love it. She's like,
What's happening over there?
now it looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's something.
I'm pretty sure somebody probably replaced the models in Five Nights with Freddy with ponies at some point or another. I mean, the models already exist.
Adam
Why
did,
you wouldn't
kind
you?
of.
But I mean, in the game itself, I'm sure somebody did that.
Look, Michael.
It would be so easy.
Michael.
What?
It's just a little shake.
Oh, you just
With a little butt shake.
Butt shake. I should shake her butt. It's like, yeah. It's cute. I like this. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh, hello. I need an adult.
Her actual head shake is giving me motion sickness.
G5 made sure this exact scenario would not happen. This is set to vibrate.
the wrong one.
Go explode.
No, it's the import animation instead of import sequence.
Gotta mix them.
That's the portrait. That doesn't count.
You gotta turn all of them.
She run.
Too long, derp.
Look, oh, that's actually looped almost perfect.
We're gonna go.
I actually had thought about at some point if you really wanted to make a pony run animation, why not just take something like this, spend some actual time on it, adjust the bone position, try to get it all to work, and do it. You could probably make something that looks pretty good for less work than it would actually take to build it yourself.
I don't know that horses run like that though. That's how dogs run.
No, but it works.
Yeah.
And it might not be how horses run, but an actual horse's run doesn't work. The way that the legs crisscross, normal horses' legs are very spindly at the bottom, and they can cross each other. These horses, their legs are just giant tree trunks. They don't cross correctly. Most of the run animations you do, you're trying to balance amounts of clipping with angles, so that because it's going to clip, you can't prevent it from clipping unless you want it to not look legit. It's really annoying.
They ran fine in the show.
Michael, that's 2D.
Yeah.
Shut up.
They showed him from every angle.
Okay, she's how is like how?
Oh, I just want the muffins to fall in her mouth. Muffin factory.
The muffin falling in her mouth. No, I think she's doing pretty good.
Now you have to mix them all.
No.
You can do 4 at a time.
Then she goes, oh, oh.
Hop.
She's hop.
She's gonna get that. Gonna get whatever that thing is that she's getting.
She's
I don't know. Twilight.
I don't know what it is. She's gonna destroy it.
She's destroying Twilight. She's attacked.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on from there. We got some stupid.
That was a lot of stupid face.
Yeah, that was a long one. Let's see here. Can Sketchfab animation motion be converted to SFM? I'm gonna probably say no because SFM is stupid. The sounds newer. There might be a way to, but I'm guessing that you'd have to convert from that to a more general format and then back to SFM through that general format. SFM can bring in motion capture. I know that there's at least I know one person that has a motion capture suit and was able to, does the motion capture themselves and brings it in SFM, but otherwise it's just remember the old Kinect days? You could bring Kinect data in. God, is Kinect even still a thing? I don't think so.
No. I mean, it might exist to some degree, but probably not like it used to.
I'm pretty sure it's Kinect is gone. Kinect was a cool thing, though. Kinect was early VR, where VR was about putting the stuff on your head, but Kinect was the reading of that data, which is essentially what it's doing now with the lasers and stuff. It was just doing it with cameras, which is actually cameras are how the Oculus works, isn't it? I believe it's all cameras for determining position. I think that's actually, yeah, like this mouse. Yeah, this is an optical mouse, so it has no laser on it, compared to this one, which has a laser on it. Optical mice work much better too. Okay, so when the book comes in, it kind of floats around a little bit, but there's nothing. It's not moving in such a way that I'm requiring specific type of anything. So I'm just gonna add some random motion here. Okay, I'm gonna just say that this is good. And so when this hits its bottom, I'm gonna say it has to come down a little bit more. Okay, just round that a little bit more.
You know, another ghost fact: unicorns don't actually have magic.
It's 2 ghost facts in a day. That's too much, Michael.
Unicorns don't actually have magic. They have like powers over the souls of the damned, and they just make them do stuff for them. It's a ghost fact. Unicorns are necromancers.
Like Frosty.
Yeah.
We determined that in the podcast.
Well,
probably
the hat
6 months ago.
The hat was a form of necromancy. Like it worked on snowmen, but you could use it to resurrect the dead as well.
We're actually planning on the podcast going forward. We're going to start theming episodes by something too. So, no, actually, I find that easier. If you were given any question, but if I were like, so the plan is because the next episode is going to be out on Christmas.
Okay.
That we have to record, like limiting it to Christmas. I find it's actually easier to come up with a question. So
Sure, it's going to be easier for us all to come up with the same question too.
And that's funny. Me and Kyle, it literally without discussion prior and without watching the same thing, we both came up with basically the same question about teleportation. Like it was the weirdest thing. He stole my question. This is why I gotta go first, because then nobody can steal my crap.
I like going last sometimes, but I always have to be concerned that if anybody. So I try to come up with the craziest questions.
So there's good questions, and then there's the ones that just leave you kind of confused. And so I always leave you for last. I mean, that's why I put you at the end, because you usually come up with something that just makes you kind of go, "What the fuck?" Yeah. And that's always the better at the end.
Yeah.
So.
But what if about parsnips?
So Kyle has definitely been coming up with the stupid.
He's running out of ideas. So.
No, but his really stupid questions are great. They've actually been really, really fun to work off of. During the podcast, Kyle had the question of, what if the foundations of biology was parsnips? And
what if everything
we had no idea how to even deal with that one. It was, but it led to a really stupid, fun conversation.
It is a memorable one.
This is the song I was talking about earlier with the Fluttershy song. This one's I don't have it up right now.
Just imagine.
Not letting go. That's it. You played this live at Ciderfest.
I haven't listened to pony music in a while. I feel like I need to change that.
I could tell you who I'm listening to right now, but you'd make fun of me.
Okay.
So I don't know if I want to say it.
No, now I want you to say it. I'm listening to it right now.
Taylor Swift.
Why?
Because she actually makes really good music.
Did she make pony music?
No.
Ed Sheeran did.
No, but like, Taylor Swift's music is actually, she's got some really good stuff.
I only said Ed Sheeran did because nobody will ever be able to tell me.
I like some of Ed Sheeran's stuff, but there's that too. So I have an obligation. But there was a song I was listening to hers, but like "Snow on the Beach," that actually sounds like an Ed Sheeran song, like the ones that I really like. So,
did you hear the song "Celestial"?
By Ed Sheeran?
Yeah,
maybe
it's a new song that just came out.
Probably, but
relatively recently.
Ed Sheeran, like some of his stuff is good, but like I love Castle on the Hill. Yeah. I love that song, and there's a couple others that I find are pretty good, but otherwise, just a lot of his other stuff, at least lately, I haven't really liked. It's not that it's bad; it's good music. It's just not my music.
The challenge is, chat, to listen to this Ed Sheeran song "Celestial" and tell me that it's not a pony song, because it's a pony song. So much a pony song. He sat down and he watched My Little Pony and he's like, how can I make a pony song and not have it sound like a pony song, not be a pony song? And then he wrote a pony song. I'm sure if you confronted him, he would say no. Basically just a song singing about Celestia.
Mm-hmm.
What it is? I just horse.
I want to keep that. Okay. We're just going to smooth this at least once. Getting the books to float and make it look legitimate with magic is always kind of tough because it's like you have to make it kind of floaty. I mean, maybe that's not the right term, but you have to make it look like it's on a very loose rubber band or a loose string. Like everywhere it goes, it has to really flow through it because the idea is, at least I see it, is magic's in a cloud and it's about maintaining it in that cloud so it can go towards the edges and flow around.
I like how you put more thought into it than the people making the actual show now.
They do similar, but I feel like it should be that it's about a gentle push over a large area, and so it's about speeding it up and slowing it down through it. When she actually goes to move it down to, that's not the book. I want the book. Okay. Okay, so that's half one and half two. Oh, perfect. One of my favorite things about this model is normally they'd have one of the halves control the entire thing, and then the other one to be for the front. I love that this model has the book main at the center, and then the front two halves are separate. That makes so much stuff so much easier.
Is this the book you can actually flip the pages on?
Yeah. This is the one I use for the Cider Fest thing.
Just got to make sure it's a copy of Hitchhiker's Guide.
I wasn't planning to put anything in the book.
But all you have to do is that thing that I don't have to do. And then the thing I want happens.
Should I have her like close the book? Like I could have her let's see at this point. Like kind of close the book and
Like
okay, this motion I need to do offset. And kind of have her just move it to the side.
the Sun said, I never liked the idea of 20s using human technology because they should be able to develop their own things based around magic that perform the same task, which is another reason I'm not super thrilled with G5.
It's in my Twilight realistic stuff from the human. I brought that up before, and you give me crap about it sometimes. But like, yeah, the cell phones,
Yeah,
they make no sense.
it's not that they don't make sense, it's that they're dumb.
It didn't make no sense for a horse.
Yes.
To me, the idea of it'd be basically a pit buck.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
But also, any touchscreen device like that, when you basically have a finger that is the size of your head,
And it's also
doesn't make sense. It to me would be make more sense if it was a device that like each of the sides had a single button to potentially hit. But actually, it would probably be smarter if it was just all used by tongue, because I can't see any way that they could in any way precision use any
Or
device.
they could boop it with their snoots.
But their snoot is also big.
But it's cute.
No, their tongue is the only thing I could potentially see them using, but that would be weird. So they're not going to do that.
I would just think things shouldn't be based around our technology, period. It should be based around
But you have to relate.
magic. Yes, but you can create. They did it in the MLP movie.
Okay, so
where they
what species has phones?
the Pegasi
What didn't they have?
magic, I guess.
So they developed something that it could utilize that didn't
Yeah,
include magic.
but in the My Little Pony movie, they call the Storm King using a series of potions. That is relatable. That's still a video phone call, but they did it with magic, not technology.
Yeah, but
that's what I want to see.
There was a
more of.
main difference with that. The Pony movie was good.
Yes, exactly. It was well written and thought out, and they built a world for the horses rather than just stealing human world and then just saying horses live there now, which is what G5 did, which is lazy.
It kind of, I can understand that they're trying to, because the original MLP was made during a different time period, and so now they're trying to relate to a different group. And now it's not about trying to make a good show, it's about trying to just be relatable. Especially like the big execs that wear suits and are definitely gray in hair have no idea what little girls want.
G4.
And so they just throw out Zoomer crap.
G4 might have been made in a different time. The time they were reflecting in the horse universe was like the turn of the century, 1900s, for most of it. So they weren't exactly trying to relate with the youth at the time. It was good. It was fantasy. Fantasy's supposed to be fanciful. E5 is lazy. I'm sorry. It's lazy writing.
It has its positive.
Was okay.
The movie was good.
Yes.
Everything since then felt lazy, but it also feels like if you start at the top, and then work your way down, it's not going to be that great.
Well, there's only one thing of writing that has not felt lazy, and I think you know what I'm about to say. The comics.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
IDW.
Oh no, soapbox time.
IDW has good writers. That's not soapbox time. That's just a statement that IDW has good writers.
It's not alive. It's the truth.
It is. They're the one group that still seems to care, which makes sense because they've been doing it longer than anybody else at this point. Like Hasbro went through DHX, then they went through Boulder, and now they have Little Critters, and I can't remember the name of the studio. They've gone through 4 different studios, and they've stuck with IDW the whole time for the comics. And IDW is just they're the ones who know how to write for the characters at this point that are still writing.
I like the idea of technomancy. Kind of like everything will never be purely off magic. Usually they're going to have conduits or something with that.
Yeah.
The horse universe, I felt like did a pretty good job or like the original Equestria thing of trying to make a universe that felt like it had some tech, but it didn't really push it. It was there and it was around, but it was otherwise pretty simple because, if magic exists, why would you do anything else? Though only a third of the people could potentially use it.
I think I liked Super Squeezy Cider, whatever, the one episode with the Super Squeezy Cider machine, because it was technology that they had, but it utilized magic for its power source, because that makes sense in their world, because that is a resource they have access to. So of course they're gonna put it into everything.
It
was a good world.
How would your world develop if there was a very fundamental thing? Well, it basically their magic was our oil.
Yes.
We are so amazingly reliant on oil that if it were to disappear one day, it would probably take days for society to collapse.
Mm-hmm.
There was a thing I was watching that they were talking about, like, it was actually a Warhammer thing, they were talking about Warhammer 40k, about like, could an advanced civilization like humanity after several thousands of years collapse that quickly? And they're like, yes. And here's an example. And they were talking about the UK in late 1990s, where some protests at some gas factories went on, and they blocked off the factories at a couple locations, and it took, I think, 8 days before total chaos was starting to begin, to where the people that were protesting stopped because of what their society had become.
Yeah.
Because there was no oil anywhere. Food was running out on shelves. People were rioting because there was just no. It wasn't that gas prices went up. That was a different thing. Gas was being limited based on who could get access to it, and for emergencies only. So like, it only took less or just about a week before complete utter chaos of a society, because one resource is cut off.
Oil is very important. A lot of wars get fought over it.
Big wars get fought over it.
One's going on right now, but that's more over natural gas. which is also very important. Fossil fuels.
Let's see if I can just round this and make something work.
Ooh. But yeah. Right now, I'm pretty much at the point with G5 where I'm kind of wanting it to have a good send off, but
It's only been like 2 years.
it's been longer than that, hasn't it? I think they're on like chapter 4 or
When
something.
did it come out during the pandemic?
Yeah. Okay, it's been 2 years, but it's
Less than that, then.
it's getting harder and harder for me to believe they're gonna like turn that crap around.
Well, no, they're not. If you don't start on a good note, you're not going to turn it around later. It can become a cult classic later,
Yeah,
but people aren't going to start suddenly getting on the board now. No,
I think one of the big red flags for the series was how poor the animation started out. And the movie was great, but that's when Boulder Studio was doing it. Boulder Studio, when I saw the stuff they were putting out, like the Rainbow Rocks and stuff, or not Rainbow Rocks, Rainbow Road Trip. They made Rainbow Road Trip. They did do Pony Life, which was kind of meh, but it was what it was supposed to be. And then they did the movie, and then Hasbro dropped them. Like, I had a lot of high hopes for Boulder.
so they got rid of it.
They did.
It's too good.
It was probably costing them more than they wanted to pay.
Yeah, if you have quality is money, no matter what it is.
Yeah. And then they dropped Boulder, and then they're like, "Okay, new studio, take it." And they're like, "What? We just picked this up. Animate, start making things."
Well, it was during the time where after pandemic and during the pandemic, costs like going into the pandemic, we were fine because as we're going in, things that were in development were just finishing.
Yeah.
So games and everything were great, but then we're now in the period, and I knew this was going to happen, where stuff that we're in the period where development of things started during the pandemic, which means it's going to be chaotic, broken, and unsure of direction forward. So yeah, during the pandemic, we're going to have great stuff now. No, and I know like the visual effects industry has been hit really hard because the things that the visual effects industry were probably working on are started like a year ago, and now their backlog is super clogged because now they got all these movies catching up on. Anything 3D or visual effect is going to be in a rough spot for a while. I give Disney some shit for some of the new Marvel stuff, but at the same time, they probably got hit hard with it too. So, and most visual effects artists get paid shit to work very shitty hours.
I mean, since that maybe the entirety of Camelot got teleported off the mountain because in the comics it was in really rough shape.
That sounds like
And it's an excuse. It's not implausible.
it sounds like a Deus Ex Machina.
Well, Discord could have done it. I don't know. He could have. It's within his ability. I always like the rules that govern Discord, though. He can't do much to correct things in a sensible way. Like if the whole world was falling apart and he used his powers to pull it back together, he might succeed, but it would kill him. Because destroying chaos for the purpose of order will destroy him. And Magic should always have those kind of rules attached to them. There should always be limits. If there's no limit, then...
Have you not watched Dragon Ball?
Well,
Is there a limit in Dragon Ball?
there is, but it always keeps getting pushed further and
Then
further
there's
back.
no limit.
Superman has no limit.
He did until they not.
Yeah. Superman is always strong enough to beat whatever he's fighting.
Superman has a weakness,
Yes.
and then he just ignores it so many times.
he overcomes it. Yeah. Every time.
I feel like Superman's biggest weakness is that he's too strong
Well, as a character, yes.
because he's nobody can relate to him, and he's a lonely ass man. Mm-hmm. So like Superman is cool. Okay. Henry Cavill is a super cool man. And he plays Superman, which makes Superman kind of cool. But if it wasn't Henry, then I wouldn't care. I love him so much. He's such a cool man. Like, did you ever see that interview with him? And I think it was a European talk show host, where the guy had no idea what he was talking about, and he was talking about like, you played the mini future game, World of Warcraft, and he's like, it's Warhammer. And he's like, it's like, yeah, and you do the painting and stuff, and the host started making fun of him for it, and it was what's his name, the guy who plays Spider-Man, in Marvel.
Which one?
Marvel.
Oh, Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. He goes, can I come over and play with you? And he goes, sure.
He's gonna make models.
Because they want to go play with the miniatures.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll go play the game.
Oh, but Warhammer things.
There's a whole video of Cavill online building a computer. So a big beefy man, like super muscles, and he's building a computer so he can play Warcraft.
This means he has a lot of free time.
No, because he's just a nerd. He's a super big nerd.
If I could stay home all day and just lift weights.
No, he does movies and stuff. He's a very busy man on stuff, but he has money, but he's just a super big nerd, and he likes doing very nerdy stuff. He's he's an amazing person, as far as I can tell, from what I've learned. He's the nerd that nerds should look up to, because he's a jock and a nerd, and he loves the nerd side a lot. A Silver Age Superman is powerful enough to break reality just by punching it. He was considered godling, above demigod, but below full god. That doesn't make any sense, because Superman was only one of a race. So why didn't that race completely rule the galaxy? Because
there's actually an explanation for that. I'm nerdy enough to know what it is. Krypton was under a red sun, and a red sun wasn't powerful enough to give Kryptonians superpowers.
Nifty. But
and the planet,
they had the power to travel the galaxy.
They didn't get very far.
But apparently they got far enough to send their child out while he's still a child.
It was
to
an
another
experimental aircraft.
Bullshit.
That's what it is.
That is bullshit.
That's what it is. They were a spacefaring race, but they never got very far, and the colonies that they did have
in the movies
fell apart.
When that it wasn't one of the guys that like comes after him, Kryptonian.
Yeah.
Then he already knows about their powers because they all act as if they've always had.
No, in the first movie, if you remember, they crash land on the moon, and they actually don't understand at first why they're still alive, and they slowly discover how strong they are.
I know, but when they come to Earth, they are just as strong as everybody else, and they act as they treat, and they're able to use those abilities like that.
Which one are you talking about?
Like the one with Cavill and the
one where he snaps his neck? Or
yes, I think that one.
Like he can't use it. He actually is overwhelmed. Has sensory overwhelm. His sensories.
Yeah, but his powers are still there because the sun's there, so he still can jump around and punch things.
Yeah, he does. But only because the sun's there.
Yeah, and that's still powers.
Yeah, but they didn't realize they could do that near a yellow.
But apparently they're jumping around like they can understand how to use it.
He understands he can punch and that it's harder now. He's still a soldier.
He was like flying across the planet, man.
Yeah. As soon as you're able to like fart so hard, you can shoot yourself through the sky, which is what they do.
Yeah, that is how they fly. Superman makes no sense. Like, okay, did they explain how he can fly?
I just did.
No, how can Superman levitate?
A steady fart stream.
No, like, is there anybody that knows the real reason that Superman can fly? Because I never understood how he is able to, with his mind, defy gravity. I mean, I can understand, like, somehow or another he can manipulate the gravitational field around him, but how is he able to do that with his fucking mind because the sun's hitting him in the face? If I got a nice suntan and it was enough to, like, make me fly to McDonald's, I'd be getting McDonald's every day.
Maybe he's just, like, kicking really fast, shooting himself to the sky.
He's like a helicopter. He's like the Go-Go Gadget copter.
He's like kicking so hard, he just wiggles his toes.
It's his big toe that does it.
Yeah, it's his big toe. It's on his big toe.
What is Twilight doing?
And just like that, he's powered. He powers himself to the sky through the power of pizza. The sun and a pizza. It's like powers waning, crams down some sauerkraut, takes off. I like that, Superman. Sauerkraut's delicious.
Sauerkraut is delicious. I had sauerkraut today.
Ah, I had some more of the roast.
I didn't even realize we had sauerkraut left.
Yep. Whenever Superman flexes his muscles, it sends a powerful micro vibration that allows him to defy gravity. I like my fart more.
Oh, it's not part of is that really how it works?
He just flexes hard and it shoots him through the sky. He can punch a planet. The dude.
I hope that's not because later explained that their powers were all physics, psychic based. Like say, okay, that sounds like midichlorians.
Yeah. Somebody trying to explain something that doesn't.
No, that's not canon. Okay, good. But at the same time, I'm sad because that would be kind of funny. He was just like, if he was just like, don't hold him while he's flying. He's just like vibing.
Just liquefies anything he's holding. Like, I got you, Lois, and then she just melts.
You would literally hear Superman. Here comes Superman.
It's like the idea that he leaves a vapor trail. I'm like, what's that smell? Oh no. Superman's not allowed anywhere like to fly over city areas because of the stench. A man with the power of the sun who smells with the power of a landfill.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the super. Like, you can shoot lasers from your eyes. Mm-hmm. Like how and you can fly and you can travel super fast and you have X-ray vision.
Travels time.
And that's just from being fast.
Yeah, that's.
But like, you have all those powers, but apparently that developed as a trait on your planet.
No, you had to be on the Earth.
No, but the trait was there.
Well, they survived off the energy of the red sun.
Yes,
it kept them alive.
So, but the traits that made him strong survived, were created on that planet. Yeah. So okay, so we're saying that the red sun has less energy, and therefore a regular sun has more. So what if you went to like a blue star?
I think they've done that before, and he becomes like.
He's supersonic.
He goes glowy. He goes like Sonic the Hedgehog when he has all the chaos crystals.
But the whole difference is just radiation.
Yeah.
So why not just shoot him with radiation? Just get a big radiation gun and go like pew pew pew, or give him a radiation suit, like cover him in like freaking plutonium or something. It's all radiation, and most of the Earth's the sun's radiation is diverted away from the planet. It's just heat. So it's just heat. Is he like less powerful in the winter?
Well, no, he stores it like a battery. He can be away from the sun for freaking ever at this point. He stored so much sun energy.
I feel like it's always like
there's always a reason.
Somebody's in a room taking hits from a joint, being like, "Well, what if he's gone from the sun?" Okay,
that's how they write Superman. It's like, what if he's not near the sun?
But what if he was like Lithium Man?
He's Lithium Man. He's a battery. That's why the aliens got confused in the Matrix.
You're just trying to advertise. That's the Tyson brief outfit. Well, it's probably a look at the time, but.
The robots started using people's batteries because they read a Superman comic book.
Okay, I'm Superman breaks my brain. At least we have Cavill that tries to make it good. Let's see who's on right now. Got a little bit of progress down, a lot of stupid conversation. That's fine. What is Pernician Artist playing? Is that MiraQuest?
No, that's that social game, Ponyville.
Ponyville,
or whatever. I can't remember.
Oh, we can head over.
Hey, look, they got a Rainbow Dash.
Oh, it's in a jar.
She's in timeout.
Oh, look at that! Look, she's in the Rainbow Dash below too. Oh, we can. I don't think we've read a party like an artist for a while. It's been on for a while, so.
I don't remember the name of that game.
Ponytown.
Ponytown. Yeah, that's what. I still want to play Mayor's Quest. Because apparently your favorite artist put a song in it.
Yes, we're listening to some of the stuff right now. Well, let's jump to Kitty. We'll see you guys on Friday. We'll be back working on some more stuff. I might do something a little different for a little while because I want to try to catch up on something else. But we'll see. Otherwise, we'll work on other things. Saturday is Jackbox. Sunday, we'll probably be playing some more Raft. So just a heads up. Anyways, thank you to Null and Void for the cheers and the amazing Michael story.
Yes.
The AI wrote for you, but you get credit because that's how AI works.
Yes.
Thank you to Sredward for doing the moderating, showing up, and thank you to Joe for the resub. Thank you very much. Adios, Michael. Adios, Argo. Adios, everyone. Thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you guys on Friday.
Bye bye.
Diddly diddly do do do. Diddly diddly do do boo.